Wait, what is that sound?
That's the you have.
I have it going
YouTube
through.
Going.
Thanks.
Doubling up. Dick was frantically adjusting all the audio levels, going, "There's no sound. There's no sound." Then I go, "Well, I can hear it." And then what? Your headphones weren't turned up.
I've done too much podcasting this week.
Well, yeah. Well, you did what? WATP.
I did a WATP Dick Show crossover.
Yeah.
All fat extravaganza, fat women.
Feels like there's a lot of fat stuff going on these days.
It's changed from just women being neurotic and doing a podcast to women being fat and doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, it's the scale's been like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
There are a lot of women doing podcasts, huh? And they're all
and there are a
fat.
lot of women.
Yeah, exactly. No. Well, sometimes you get those skinny librarian type. There's either like the really skinny librarian who's into like murder porn, or the really fat chick who's into murder porn.
Because they're all doing OnlyFans now. That's what happened.
Is that what it is?
OnlyFans gobbled up the strippers.
All the regular looking ladies.
And the BPD, like, schizo hoes.
Yeah.
Talking about true crime. And all that's left are the battle tanks.
I think I heard a stat that was like 25% of all college-age girls have tried OnlyFans at some point. Is that true?
College age?
I think.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, because why would you not?
Do you want the list?
Okay, but like,
dads.
Let's
That's
be
why
real.
not.
But
You
your
had a
dad,
dad.
let's be, you don't have to show your face necessarily.
I guess,
There's girls who wear like a mask or whatever, and then
you just show your knees.
Yeah, you show your knees. I mean, yeah, you can be a foot lady. There's plenty of foot ladies and whatever else ladies.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just free money, it seems like, if you're lazy. I think that, the problem is, though, they're always lazy.
Too lazy for OnlyFans. That's why they need a pimp.
Well, because for some reason, I think when you're a nerdy, like, video game guy, people assume you know, like, website stuff or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have girls I know, and they go, I want to start an OnlyFans. Like, do you know, like, how I started an OnlyFans? I'm like, well, go on the website and upload pictures of yourself naked.
They're asking you to manage them, man. You're leaving money on the
table. No, they
table.
are asking me to manage them, and I'm going, I don't think
people
I have time to do that. I don't think I have time to devote myself to managing
You should
your
say, look at my
OnlyFans.
comic. Is this the kind of management that
Look
you
at
want?
this management. It's already a mess. I'm not managing women.
Are you
I
doing
can't
okay?
even manage Mexicans. I'm doing pretty good.
Pretty good?
Pretty good.
All right. Let's see.
I'm having fun, feeling
Are you
good.
having fun?
Yeah.
You seem a little rough.
Well,
I don't know
what
if it's
happened?
my place to
What
say.
happened this week?
And then I did PKA.
You did PKA this week as well?
I had to put Woody in his place with all of his
I saw clips
liberal-
of that, and I'm like, there's no way he did PKA again. How do you make time for that show?
I did.
Woody loves you, though. You're his favorite guest.
I love Woody. He's fantastic, even though he says these,
Liberal things.
crazy thing. Him and Taylor are ganging up on me, talking about the Constitution. They're calling it
Yeah. How? What is that?
something that keeps
What's that not-
keeps me from fixing problems.
kicking
but
out all the Mexicans. You gotta go through some processes.
Mexicans are the bottom of my list to kick out.
Yeah.
now, okay.
There's a lot of.
Are
people.
we gonna rank the
There's a lot of people.
immigrants?
Or are we done with MS-13?
That's gonna be one of my
Is that
problems.
gonna be one of your problems? I shouldn't talk about it, but I'm excited
Yeah.
to hear about that.
But I like Woody, even though he's saying such horrible things. I like the way he says it.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen like Hutch. He could be singing "Happy Birthday" to me, and I would just see the hatred and say, like, "Why don't you shut your goddamn
You need
mouth?"
another
Like,
showdown with Hutch. You got to go on there at some point. I don't even know what Hutch is. Does he have like a YouTube or something?
he has a Cranston.
Yeah.
It's a new streaming system.
For what kind of people would that be?
I can't say.
Only they're allowed.
Everyone
to say
else
it.
can say it.
Everyone else is allowed to say it.
Ethan Van Sciver gets on and says it every night.
I know.
You say it.
I shouldn't say it on here.
Everybody could say it, but except for me.
I saw David Cross get in trouble for saying the N-word on a podcast, and I was like, you can just say anything now. None of this matters.
You guys got to take it back.
What? The N-word?
The N-word.
Who's got to take it back?
You white liberal comedians.
We're getting there. There was a period of time where, like, what's his name? There's that great clip where Jerry Seinfeld thought, oh, bring on Louis C.K., Chris Rock, and Ricky Gervais, and it'll just be four guys talking about the art of comedy. And the other three guys
Three
wanted
comedians
to say
and one.
in Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, and a schizo.
Well, because all
And
the
a
other guys
nerd.
just wanted to say the N-word over and over. Jerry kept going, guys, This is for HBO. Stop.
Okay.
It's pretty great how uncomfortable he was.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Is Tony from Hack the Movies? Are you still blocking him?
No. Biggest problem
That's good.
in the universe.
Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. The only show that ranks every problem in the universe from dirty hair to everything's a square.
Yes. Rectangles.
Yeah, no, the opposite, but whatever. You got
Well, it's
close,
close.
Rye Dog. I'm your host, Nick
All
Masterson.
corners are square.
All corners are squares.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
actual
I do
item
know that.
is a rectangle.
With me is Vito Gesualdi.
It's funny you said that would be a good stand-up bit because now I'm like, that would be a good stand-up bit.
The rectangle one?
I would kind of workshopping it a little bit.
If Santa could come in and go, ho, ho, ho. Even the reindeers are rectangles.
I think I made
Mrs.
some.
Claus
Yeah.
is a rectangle.
I got into some sort of fever dream and I started writing down rectangle jokes. So I don't remember what they are now, and I'm not going to check.
The Golden Patriot is a rectangle.
The Golden Patriots.
Woo! How much did you predict that would? I predicted that comic, Yellow Flash Guy's comic, especially after he said he would fist fight you.
Yeah.
I said $1 million. And then after he said he would go to John Malin's house soon and show him a good time, meaning sucking his dick or
Yeah.
something, I said $2 million.
Well,
And guess what it's at?
it was at 20,000 when I checked. So this is first day. The typical rule of thumb for any crowdfunding campaign is your first day and your last day are your big 2 days. Everything in between is a lot of noise. People either want to get it first day to get all the stuff, or people want to get it on the last day before it closes out. So if you want to get to 1 million, you'd want to have, I don't know,
700,000 probably your first day.
at
800.
least 100,000, 200,000 if you're aiming to get 1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he doesn't. Is he going to get super killer numbers?
It looks like, look, let's be clear.
I don't know.
Flash has a bigger audience than me. He should absolutely make more than Super Killer. 100%. Like it's not even it should not even be hard for him to do that.
I thought he would be just.
I thought it'd be
rolling in
100K.
cash
I thought
today.
it'd be 100K. We're not. Are we gonna check in throughout the night to see how he's doing?
Yeah, let's check in.
Let's check in. Let's get a starting total.
Mighty gay patriot.
No, hold on. It's Mighty F Slur Patriot
Patriot Ripperson.
by Yellow Piss Pants.
Ooh, let's see what he's at.
Now, he is going to go on, his stupid podcast. The stupid thing about that guy is he puts out 4 different videos every day complaining about Snow White.
Yeah.
And at the end, I went in to check. I'm like, is he promoting it? And at the end of everyone, he's like, well, don't forget, if you hate Snow White, I got a comic book now. I got a comic. Buy my comic.
People are sick of that shit, though. The I hate movies shit.
Dude, they're actually like...
You're done with it, man. You're done. You're done.
I told people, I was like, you guys do not understand how tiresome this shtick is going to get very quickly. So either A, start analyzing these movies on a deeper level than, oh, it's got blacks and gays in it.
Yeah.
Or B, find something else to do.
You all had a chance to escape with your comics, and it turned out that you were all bad at this.
It was also one of those things where Yellow Flash keeps talking to me. He's like, crowdfunding's gay. I hate crowdfunding. I'm like,
Yeah,
man,
okay.
if you had struck when the hype was hot for all this comic book shit, like when I
Yeah.
did, I took advantage
Yeah,
of
you
the
really
audience.
nailed it.
I got in right there when everyone was talking about it. Now nobody gives a shit about comics. Yellow Flash, you missed out.
$34,000. So what's that gonna hit? You gave a
34?
formula, but I tuned it out because it's like too much math.
Well, if by the end of the day he's got 6 hours left, he's going to do his big podcast. I could see him hitting.
What big podcast?
Doesn't he go on that stupid FNT, the Friday night type guys? Or
Oh, where
whatever?
they all like laugh at each other's shitty jokes and stuff.
Those guys, sadly, here's the other horrible thing about being in Eric July's sphere
Yeah.
is that no one else can promote anything because Eric sucked all the money out of those guys for the last 2 years. For the last 2 years, it was just like,
I know.
You got to buy Yaira. You got to buy
this.
You got to buy this shit. You got to buy
this shit.
And
you got to buy this plushie.
Everyone's
you got to buy the yo-yo.
All right, let's
you got to buy it.
Let's
you got to buy it.
Let's buy it. And then Flash comes along at the tail end of Eric just shilling all this garbage.
Here's my balls.
Here's mine.
My balls are pretty good too.
And they're like,
can you guys kiss these?
I don't know. We kind of bought a lot of this stupid YouTuber comic shit anyway.
Looks like shit. The art looks like shit. That guy Dillard.
That's
like this looks like crap. This looks
I
like
was
the
surprised.
Doom guy.
I'm always surprised at what they choose for like preview pages.
Yeah.
Because it's like the trailer. It's like you go into a movie and you're like, okay, remember the best scenes are in the trailer. So whatever, this is the best the movie could possibly be. This is the trailer for the comic book, and it
looks like a girl. Like it looks like a girl like learning how to draw and practicing, and like no one, and she's too hot or she's anorexic, and no one wants to say that it sucks because they want to fuck her. But this looks like crap.
This is a little
what the hell is
weirdly amateurish, especially just the face is fucking weird. And then here, I'm like, you didn't even really draw the Nazis. Like, that's kind of sketchy.
Is that Hitler? Hitler's in the desert? You gotta get that guy. And this is a Hitler?
Like Hitler. He's got a mustache going on.
Was there a guy in the Nazis that he dressed exactly like Hitler and everyone was annoyed by him? Like, why do you dress exactly like... He's like, what? I always have this mustache.
I have the mustache.
I had it first. I had it first. He got it from me.
He got it from me. It was he saw it.
And then he acts like he's in charge. And they're like, you're not really Hitler, bro. You're just a fucking corporal like me.
His name's Zitler, the wannabe Hitler.
Wow.
Throughout
okay.
World War II.
So let's keep a watch on this shit.
Keep an eye. Oh, don't forget to pick up the Pay Your Artist T-shirt, which is a joke on the fact that
cool joke.
Yellow Flash kept his artist unpaid for. The guy owns 50% of it, but. I mean, it's got to make some money, or that's like 2 years of investment he's not getting.
He doesn't
back.
deserve any money. That art sucks.
Well,
he should be living in a trailer.
It should be a little better.
Okay.
Also, when I think of Power Rangers, I'm like, the Power Rangers very bright and colorful, and they're like, what if it was brown and gray? I'm like, well, that's not really the Power Rangers.
I don't want to nitpick his art, though.
You don't want to nitpick.
I know how annoying that can be.
It's fine if you nitpick art. It's fine. There's a certain level. There's a certain level at which the nitpicking.
If we get how much in super chats? So we'll look at your art page.
That destroyed
all your relationships and the reason you.
I don't think it destroyed any relationships. We can
Vito Wars Part 2. How much money?
There are no Vito Wars.
How many in super chats do we have to hit?
There was just a lot of people getting extremely down into the. Oh, well, what if, like, what is the exact distance of this character from that character?
Yeah, I saw it.
All right.
What's the amount of super chats? So we look at that page.
$1,000.
$1,000
super chats.
Okay.
We can get there, right?
Let's see if people.
It's got to be at least 800. We got to
it.
get at least 500. We got to be on Playboard in the top 50.
$1,000. We can do that.
$1,000.
Okay. Men with Daddy Issues 1.
Yes.
All technology is a flat rectangle.
That was me. I came in second.
That one's retarded. I don't know why people voted for that.
It's a great bit.
Like, what is it going to be shaped like?
Anything else can have buttons on it.
Stupid. Having to ask an employee to use the bathroom. That one's more of a problem than the
That's
flat
a good
rectangle.
problem. You gave me shit about that problem.
Forgetting to wash your hair. Negative.
A lot of people were upset about my
incels.
About my explanation of the hot substance inside of you causing you to
because
seek equilibrium.
You have fucking
which is something I just made up, I'm pretty sure.
We know it's made up.
I think there's some science to it.
No.
Your body wants an eternal temperature, you know?
Yeah. Big Z. Vito mentioning that the Vito plush toy is in a seated position makes it more true to life, as Vito is also frequently found in a seated position. Frequently, that's nice.
Frequently. I hate to say this. I know you guys hate the Vito plush. I'm almost out. I went to. I have that thing because we sell.
Who's buying this shit? I
don't know.
Koof bought it. I thought Koof was just a. I thought he was better than that.
Because I never go to ship anything out because there's never anything to ship out. And then I wanted to pirate ship and I said, okay, what orders are up? And it's like, you sold 25 Vito plush toys. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, if you run out, get rid of this one. I don't want this fucking thing, albatross, around here.
These are collector's items now.
Jason Coward Killer says, since there's no super killer, There's only Vito the Toilet Killer.
The Toilet Killer.
Hack the Movie says the guy who has 2 useless PlayStation kiosks
Useless?
and a box of broken Dreamcasts taking up space in his apartment doesn't like electronics devices being smaller.
Tony, we watched Simpsons episodes on my PS2 kiosk, so you can't tell me it's useless.
That's so fucked up, man.
It can play 640 AVIs of The Simpsons off a memory card.
You know that story of that old Hollywood guy that had like a weird porno snuff fetish? You ever heard that one? In like the 60s, this Hollywood guy would like bring other people into his garage and play like old weird porno films on a reel-to-reel, on like an 8mm reel-to-reel.
What do you mean, just like people he found or like famous people?
Other famous people, neighbors.
Hey,
and
do you
stuff.
want to see videos of women being murdered?
Yeah, or like tickled or something, like some kind of weird shit, like old-timey reel-to-reel porno. That's what it reminds me of when you're talking about watching Simpsons episodes on a PlayStation kiosk. It's really fucked up and weird.
Kind of feels authentic to the time period.
Hogan something? I forget what the guy's name was.
I've never heard of that. I will say, guys, the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out, which means all your local GameStops are throwing Nintendo Switch kiosks in the dumpsters.
So send them to you.
So if you get one, send it to Vito's booty. I don't think it'll fit in a...
Yeah, okay. We can make freight arrangements.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking on Facebook and people are going, I got one of the Switch kiosks. I'm like, fuck, wish I could get one of those.
What are you gonna do with this shit?
Well, eventually when I have Vito's, nerd mansion, once I'm rich off the super killer animated franchise, then I'll have room for all this stuff. Sometimes you gotta dream, Dick.
Yeah, but keep it a dream.
No,
don't go buy anything.
No, this is better.
Oh, dat boy. Every time I start to like Vito again, he does shit like this. I don't even know what he's talking about.
I don't know what he was that was in reference to either.
So you read that one.
Yeah, I read some of the comments.
CT Verk. And then I did That Little Piggy show today with Carl.
Okay.
And Patrick Melton. Do you know that show?
I've seen it I live, but I haven't watched it.
They watch Aaron Imholt clips. And then
is he
talk
the
about
little
them.
piggy?
Yes, he's the little piggy that's like doing stuff. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that
today.
guy again?
I didn't put it together until today. Like,
Aaron
he's the
Imholt.
little piggy.
Well, that's a good opportunity to remind people that Hackamania is fast approaching. We will be in Vegas May 9th.
And you're going now.
I am going. Yes.
Melton asked me
if I was going.
Yeah, because there was a scare. For some reason, he thought you might not be going.
No, I've cleared it up with him, and I will be going, and I will be at Hackamania. So, what is that, May 9th?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, May 9th, go to hackamania.com and use promo code BIGGEST.
Doity's Despair. I know part of Vito's bit is trying to attract hate because he feels unworthy of love. This is the first time he truly disgusted me. I don't know what that's about.
I think it was all the bathroom talk, but I don't...
Maybe.
I really don't think it's that crazy.
What do you think about the first part?
You guys are all nuts about talking about bathroom stuff. I don't get it.
I don't like talking about bathroom stuff.
But why? You use it every day.
What?
It's like one of those things where it's like, whoa, we can't talk about it? It's like, what are you, prude?
You talk about using your eyes every day? Oh, my fucking eyes. Wow, look, green. Oh, man, that's really
yeah, but if I did
wild.
start talking about my eyes, you wouldn't be like, that's
I would think it's
limits,
weird.
Big guy.
Lucas Bumcell, Vito definitely has some kind of stomach problem or something. He has to poop in a grocery store? And when Dick brought up the problem of waking up to pee, Vito said he often wakes up having to poop. Vito, no one has these issues, man. Go to see a doctor. What, do you really need to see a doctor?
I mean, the doctor's going to tell me you're sick and fat. What do you want?
Thanks, Doc.
Thanks, Doc.
That'll be $300.
I do have that problem where, like, anytime I go to a doctor and go, well, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. They go, have you tried not being fat? And I go, yeah. I tried that.
Try harder.
Try harder.
Mr. Octo says, I forgot to wash my hair last night, so I had greasy hair during a presentation today. Voted up. So you just feel like dirty hair. Like you just feel like...
I don't get how you can go without washing your hair for multiple days. The grease. It's gross.
Yeah, I don't know. Joshua Perry says, the best part of the Santa joke is Vito's totally unable to understand that his comedy is dog shit, complete dog shit, and the joke isn't his ideas, it's his life.
I think the Santa stuff. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, if I went to the LA Comedy Clubs dressed as
Why
Santa.
did you get so much hate this week?
I don't know. I still think there's room for a Santa Claus comic.
You got to do what Santa would do, though.
Okay.
What's observational comedy for Santa Claus?
Yeah, exactly. That's
it's not about That's your comedy. What's Santa's comedy?
Santa would go. It's interesting that these brown kids don't
No,
worship
no,
the right
he
God.
wouldn't do that. He
Over their house.
doesn't. He doesn't even think
You have
about
an
the
ideal-
Muslims.
But you're thinking about an ideal. Okay, he doesn't think about the
He
Muslims.
can't
at
see
all.
them. He must not be even able to acknowledge that they exist because he doesn't. He doesn't rationalize it in his head. Something is different in his mind that lets him only deliver to
How about
Christian children.
he's got to keep
Or
hiring.
secular.
He's got to keep hiring Chinese elves because all the kids just want iPads.
That's getting there.
And all the regular elves are like, I can make a train out of wood, and he's like, that's useless to me.
That's getting there, but it's not funny because people are already ahead of that joke. Like, oh,
I
real
know,
Santa.
I know,
Okay,
I
China.
know.
Last,
The new head elf, his name's Chang. We had to build nets around the North Pole to stop all the elves from killing themselves.
that's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
It's getting there.
Laz Corner, that guy's delusional. I would be living like a king right now if I made $100,000. Sounds like that guy needs to move out of the city or out of the suburb that's next to a major city.
Yeah, I hate to say it. If you're making $100K, I know it's not like rich money, but to go, Vito, you don't understand. We're in the slums.
Yeah, you guys
down.
are retarded.
No, you're doing
you're
doing fine. You're clearly just spending. I don't know if you got a fucking mortgage or something that you got into hot on. Yeah,
not hot. It's a normal.
You got debt. I got no debt. It's great.
Oh, lucky. Then you and this commenter are living large.
I've never had any debt. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it.
You don't like the idea of debt?
I don't want to owe somebody money, you know?
Okay.
I guess if I got a house, I would have to have debt. But other than that,
I guess you could just
bought
pay
my
in
car.
cash.
No, one time I did pay my car off in installments. That's true.
Do you have a car right now? Oh, we'll get to
I
that.
do, yes.
Okay. Chad, then it's a bunch of other nonsense. Okay.
You won last week.
My problem is that trucks are too goddamn big.
Trucks are too big.
Yeah, here's this. Look at this beautiful. It's in the back of all of our minds as men. All we all really want is a little utility truck, sport utility truck.
Well, have you seen the Japanese ones?
The Hilux. I don't even want to talk about it.
You could get one.
No, but by the time you bring it over here and make it legal, you're down like $60,000, $70,000.
What do you mean make it legal? What do you got to do to make it legal?
There's all these emissions requirements and bullshit.
You tell me a Japanese truck, the emissions are worse than an American truck?
The regulations in America are there's this myth that Americans are just like dumb and see our cars as our penises, and especially truck guys all have small penises, so they need to make up for it.
Right.
So we get these giant motorhomes as truck, like my truck.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Your truck is very large.
It's way, way too big. It feels too big driving around. I can't see anything.
Whenever I drive around with you, I do go, man, driving this must be annoying.
It is annoying.
Yeah.
It's bigger than my last F-150, and that was bigger than the previous one, and they've been a little bit bigger every year for 60 years.
Your truck feels like it does not belong in, like, when you're driving around the streets of Los Angeles or whatever. I'm like, bro, how are you navigating?
But I have no
any of
choice, because I have to get an F-150,
this?
obviously.
You don't have to get an F-150.
Well, you could get a Silverado, but it's the same fucking... They're even bigger in those. It's like all stretched out.
What do you need a truck for?
To pick stuff up and carry it.
Like,
what are you talking about?
What are you picking up?
All kinds of stuff. Wood.
What do you
hauling
pick up?
stuff around. I go to festivals, camping all the time. You know
Okay,
how easy it is to go
all right,
camping?
Camping.
What do you mean,
that's
okay,
true.
all right? All that stuff that I said was okay, all right.
Well, because I never come over and you go, look at all this wood I got in my truck. That's never happened.
Why would I be on a Friday, have a bunch of shit in the back
I'm
of...
just saying, I don't see you, like, building stuff. You're not like...
My whole fucking backyard is torn up right now!
You're not building it. A bunch of fucking Mexicans are.
I'm going to have to do something to get that
they're
ready,
bringing all
to
the
finish it. They
All
stopped
right.
halfway through.
So now you got to take over.
Yeah, now I have to do it.
But they left the materials. You got to go pick
They did.
up.
They left the materials. And they
Yeah.
said, okay, you got to hire somebody to put the floor back together. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You took it off. said, oh, sorry.
So trucks are too big.
Trucks are
See,
too
I've
big.
never owned a truck. I've never even really driven a truck now that I think about it.
But you're doing the same thing with your stupid van or Honda Element or
That
whatever
thing's
you're doing.
very compact. It's low to the ground. You can see, you got it perfect.
Since the 90s, trucks have grown significantly. And I'm bringing this in because of this stupid thing I saw today.
Yeah.
The Slate truck, where
Is
I
it
said,
gigantic?
no, it's
Svelte?
totally reasonable. And I thought, oh my God, it's finally, the nightmare's finally over. We finally have a tiny truck in the U.S. that everyone can switch to, right? But we don't. Since the 90s, trucks have grown significantly. The average pickup truck increased by width by 10% to 80 inches. Jesus Christ.
Why don't you get a cyber truck?
Because they're gay.
Did you see the guy who said, hey, don't transport gravel in your cyber truck because there's 2 holes on either side.
Yeah.
And now the bottom of my truck, like the inside of my truck is now full of gravel and there's no way to get it out.
I hate those goddamn things.
And I'm like, bro, how do you make a truck that has like a well for like with 2 holes, like 2 funnel holes, and get a bunch of gravel at the bottom?
Because the engineers at Tesla are all retards.
Well, it's got to be bulletproof, bro.
They do everything like it's the first time it's ever been done. They're like, why don't
Is
you
it
guys
carrying anything? No.
What can you use this truck for? Look at it, man. You can shoot the window's bulletproof. Why the fuck do I need a bulletproof window on my truck? That's like the cheapest part of the fucking truck.
I want to see if Elon Musk can apply ratchet straps.
There's no way he can. There is no way he can do a ratchet strap.
I think that should be the test. It's like the next time somebody interviews him about that stupid truck, go, hey, we did want to do a quick test. Here's, we put this thing in the bed of the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Here's some
Strap
ratchet
it down.
straps. You have 10 minutes.
There's no fuck. And tangle them up. Fucking tangle them up, too. Here you go.
And if you can't do it, no one ever buy a Cybertruck again because then it's not a real truck.
I hate that stupid Cybertruck. Did you see the one where the guy was testing if you put your fingers in it, that it would not chop them off when it closed?
Like the door or?
Yeah, it's supposed to have like safe
Closing,
trunk closing.
so you can't kill a kid with it or whatever.
Yeah, so he puts his hand in and it like closes. It tries and then it backs off and then it tries again and starts chopping his hand off.
Oh my god!
And he's like realizes it and starts pulling at his hand.
Oh my
like,
god!
It's like okay. I think it's fine. But then some garage door engineer from the 50s came out and goes, yeah, because you're supposed to like bounce back like a garage door.
Right.
It's annoying, but you're gonna chop someone's head off.
Oh my god! It is true that all the engineers. Well, it's the same thing he's doing with Doge or whatever. He's just like, nobody ever thought to just delete all the
That fucking pussy.
fucking records.
And then he backed off.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about that. Okay. Height grew 10%. Weight rose 25%. I am a truck guy. I don't want all this shit.
Is this a money thing? Like, do they make more?
It's regulations. Okay, listen. It's the Federal Aid Highway Act. They said they set weight limits of 80,000 pounds, but they gave some states exemptions.
Yeah.
So if you were an exempt state, you had to go bigger. You could build as big as you want, and then you had to be bigger to go on states.
Okay.
that were
across states.
Yeah, and then the CAFE standard, CAFE. I know what that stands for. I didn't write it down.
Wait, why did they set up these standards? For what purpose?
Fuel economy. So they say this is a sedan, this size, anything. If it weighs less than this, it's a sedan, and it has to hit this mileage. And no truck could do that because it doesn't use the same engine as a sedan.
Yeah.
So they have to make the truck gigantic so it can operate at all. And every year, the CAFE standards get bigger, so the trucks have to get bigger.
Well, that's man. I really hate when there's stuff like that, and it does feel like
Hey, assholes.
yeah.
Do you see what's happening?
Well, that's the
They're
one
calling
point-
us small. They say that we have small penises
Yeah.
because of the law. We don't have small penises.
That is the one thing when Elon Musk is talking about Doge or whatever. I'm like, well, this is the kind of stuff I want you to like. Theoretically, there should be a guy whose job it is to go, this is retarded, and we're not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
We should have more of that.
Let's see. Bridge. Heavier trucks with more axles to comply with bridge formula. I don't care about any of that stuff.
Why don't you but you can get one of those little Japanese trucks as long as it's, 20 years old? Is that the cutoff?
I don't know. I looked into it because I really liked that truck.
Yeah.
But there was some kind of bullshit you had to do.
But the rule is that you can import a Japanese automobile as long as it's more than there's like a time.
But
period.
you can't drive it on the road.
Yeah, you
There's
can.
no way you can just drive that thing on the road.
Yeah. It just has to be more than 20 years old or something.
I don't want a 20-year-old Hilux.
And then it does. You don't have to worry about whatever the. You can't import new cars, but you can import old ones.
Okay. Well, the point is, I thought we got something. We got something good finally.
Yeah.
But then I went to go check this thing out.
Was it a trick?
Fucking electric.
Oh yeah, that would make
sense. Because it gets
sense.
around all this shit because it's electric.
Yeah, so it can be small because of that.
Yeah, so you can go about 110 miles with your.
Oh, before you got to plug it back in.
Before you got to plug it back in for 5 hours or whatever.
Can't you put a couple extra batteries in the trunk there? It's a truck.
I don't think it works like that.
Just let it get around. You can get more batteries back there.
That's my problem.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Rivian? Don't they make like an electric truck?
I don't know. I don't want an electric truck.
Well, it seems
I hate electric cars so much.
Well, why? I hate the idea of having to find a charger. That
that's
terrifies
why.
me. Yeah.
I gotta sit here for 4 hours. What's the point of this?
That's true. Sitting around waiting for something to charge. Now you got to go inside
and then some asshole wants to talk to you about your electric car. Get the fuck out of here. I hate it.
Oh, it's better fuel economy, though.
I don't care about
some
that.
money on that.
Maybe cafe standards. That'll be it. Trucks
You
are
should
too
get a
goddamn
Honda
big.
Element.
Revised in 2012. Less strict fuel efficiency for light trucks. Larger footprints allow higher emissions. Incentivize bigger SUVs.
Higher emissions because it's larger, so it's allowed to pollute more.
So it's not our penises. If you see someone on Twitter talking about chuds,
yeah, that's why you got it because your penis is small.
You think your penis is small. That's not the reason. It's actually complex regulations.
Can't you get like an old Ford pickup or something, or those just have terrible?
I don't want an old car. I want a new.
Why do you want a new
small
one?
car? Because eventually they get old and break, Vito, as you know.
Well, let's go straight into my car problem then, Dick. I did get. I was sad that obviously last week my car was broken, and then I wanted to go to Josh Denny's comedy thing with Anthony Cumia. I was all excited, but I couldn't get over there, and I don't know. It would cost a fortune to Uber there and back or whatever.
Yeah.
So I did get my car fixed, and then I get my car back, and it's broken. Well, no, hold on. I had already gotten my car fixed. Yeah. So I had gotten my car fixed like 2 weeks ago because it was leaking transmission fluid.
Yeah.
Tranny fluid, as they say.
Right.
It's one of the only times you're allowed to say that word now. And so I got that fixed, and then it starts overheating. The guy goes, the AC thing's blown out or whatever. I get that fixed, and then he also had the whole car is fucked. But here's the
Why
thing.
don't you just rent a car? Do you still not have a car right now?
No, I have a car now. He's fixed it. I had to pay.
Oh, it's fixed?
Yeah, but I had to pay a shit ton of money to get it fixed.
Well, welcome to America.
I know, but here's the thing is I used to have a guy, and that was the best.
Yeah.
It was the best. I had a roommate. His name was Aaron.
Yeah.
And he liked 2 things. He liked 3 things. Making music. He wanted he wanted to compose for like TV shows and movies, and then he just went back to Connecticut. So he likes music, Back to the Future,
Okay.
and fixing cars. And it was great. And now he's gone. And when my car breaks, I can't go, hey, Aaron, what's wrong with my car? Because I no longer have a car guy, and that's my problem is not having a car
guy. All right.
Dude, okay, so I don't know. Did your dad have a car guy?
Why don't you join like Grindr or something and meet a hot local car guy in your area?
Did your father have a car guy?
No.
So
Just a mechanic.
What do you mean? What?
Just a mechanic that you go to.
No. See, my dad, what do you call it? Because he ran a bunch of Domino's pizzas. What do? They deliver pizza.
Oh, my God.
So you got a million guys driving shitbox cars, crashing them into college students because they're drunk out of their mind, delivering pizzas at 4 a.m.
Okay.
So my dad had numerous car guys. Guys, you could be like, hey, one of the drivers, his car, the fucking headlights out or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was mythical because I'd always be like, oh, Dad, why don't you just take it to a mechanic? He goes, no, I got a guy. I remember when my car broke, we got the car guy, and then he actually couldn't fit. My window wouldn't roll up, and he tried like a million things to make it roll up, and it didn't work. So then for 2 years, I just had a piece of plastic taped instead of a window. I guess having a car guy wasn't that good in that scenario.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you had a piece of plastic on the window?
I had a piece of heavy plastic that was duct taped where the driver's side window.
You're that guy?
And I had that for like.
Come on.
And it really sucked when I was driving down the highway to college every morning because the wind would just hit the.
Well, yeah,
because
it's plastic.
Yeah, and you would just hear from the flapping plastic.
What the fuck?
They couldn't fix it.
What do you mean they couldn't
I
fix it?
I didn't know how to fix it. I don't know nothing about
what do you
cars.
mean they?
My dad and his car guy.
So that's it? Then you just give up?
I guess.
How old were you?
I was like 19,
Why did you go to the mechanic?
I didn't have any money.
You didn't have $100 to fix
No part of me knew that it would cost $100 to fix it. I didn't know anything about it.
So you didn't even go?
I trusted these guys when they said it's unfixable.
There's just no way. There's no way. That's laziness.
So I just drove. I think eventually, I don't know, eventually it must have got fixed at some point, or maybe it didn't. I don't know.
Oh, did you just crash it and that was the end of the
No, I
car?
think at a certain point we ripped, after like 6 months of that, we just finally, I think we kept trying to get the part to make the window go back up. We kept trying to get because it was an electric.
Who's we? Why is it a we?
Because the car guy would go to the fucking junkyard.
The three of you would go together?
No, he would
snooping
go.
around.
I didn't go.
Totally clueless?
Going to the pick-apart or whatever, and finding other...
I hate the pick-apart.
Well, I've never been. He would come back from the pick-apart and go, all right, this will fix it, and then we'd put it in and it wouldn't work. Eventually, we just ripped the door off, shoved the window back in place, and that window didn't roll down anymore.
You didn't think to do that in 2 years? You didn't think to
I don't remember how long.
Up?
I think we was like 6 months maybe before we finally gave up on fixing it. I don't know why we didn't do it earlier. I don't know. Well, here's the reason. I don't know how cars work. I'm a young.
But you know how the window works.
I don't know that you can just rip the door off, but now I do. I didn't know it at the time. And I expected these guys to know that and to tell me, oh, yeah, well, we can just rip the door off and put the window back up.
So having a car guy sucks.
Yeah, in that particular situation.
Okay.
But in other situations, like one time, what do you call it? My car wouldn't start. And I took it to the fucking mechanic. And it was because it was really stupid. A thief had broken in. He'd like cut into where the gearbox is or whatever it is, like under the fuse box. Yeah.
The niggler did that.
Yeah, but he stole the fuse box, which is retarded. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Funny.
My car won't start. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I took it to a mechanic. Mechanic's like, oh, well, that part's going to, he quoted me like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
And then my car guy went, I can get you one, like, in 10 minutes. And he just got one. I plugged it right in. And I'm like, oh, those guys were trying to take me for a ride.
A ride of $100?
No, they wanted way more than $100. They wanted like $1,000. They're like, oh, it's got all these problems. I don't know, And he went, no, it's just. He's like, no, the guy just ripped the fuse box out. We just got another fuse box, and then we fixed it. Now I'm just at the mercy of the mechanic. I bring it in. I don't have another guy.
Well, how much was it?
It ended up being like $2,000 for all the different repairs I did. It's not great.
Just buy a new car.
I like my
$2,000?
Yeah,
that's a lot. That's a lot for a busted ass old jalopy like
it's
what
not
you
a
got.
jalopy. It's still nice. I like it. 2007. That's not that old. Was
get
that
a van.
20 years old?
Get a Sprinter
They
van.
don't make cars like the Honda Element anymore. They
Yeah,
don't
get
do it.
a Sprinter van and deck it out with all your kiosks, and then go to
I did want
go
to get
schools.
a Sprinter van, but you can't get the Sprinter van. What do you mean, like the white van, the big white
The
Sprinter
big white
vans?
van, yeah, and then put all your kiosks in it,
And then I can
put like a
rent
thing
it
that
out.
drive to little kids parties.
There was a point in time, I should have done it years ago, where I was thinking about getting a car wrap that says, like, Vito will buy your magic cards and video games so I can just drive around and then people can sell me. They're like, hey, I'll call that guy. I'll sell him all my crap, That was going to be a business, but...
Wait, what? How does the business work?
The business works that I buy people's crap because they call me.
But you just put it on your car?
Well, because here's the thing: is normally people who want to sell their old stuff, either A, they know what to do with it, or B, they just sit on it forever because nobody ever puts the idea in their head. Hey, you might be able to sell that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like we see those, the cash for gold posters. It's like, oh, I didn't even realize I could
Taking
get
advantage of seniors.
cash for exactly.
Yeah. Is that going to be like in 50 years, cash for magic cards?
Yes. Well,
We'll take that Black Lotus.
It's
$10.
already that way, 100%.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I'm going on that Whatnot app. There's just an entire category of people doing storage locker auctions.
Oh, yeah,
Or they're
those
just
are
going
fun.
through. Well, they're just going through. They already bought the locker, and they're just going, hey, does anybody know what this is? There was some lady, and she's like, do anyone know what these PlayStation games are? I'm like, they're trash. Run them for $5. And she's like, okay. I'm like, and I was buying her fucking PlayStation games out of her storage locker. Anyway, look, all I'm saying is I wish that when my car, if you have a car guy in your life is better. Because when something goes wrong with your car, you go, hey, can you take a look? And the guy goes, oh, yeah, this is the, whatever. Every mechanic, he could just lie. He could just make it. There's no way to tell. He could break more stuff while he's in there for fun.
I feel like this is like an 80s, like, cliche that doesn't really exist.
They've looked, man. Like, it's hard to find a reputable
60
mechanic.
minutes.
Luckily, this guy is like Puerto Rican and he's really friendly. And I'm kind of like, but maybe he's like too friendly, It's like, I really like the guy. So he's like, yeah, we'll take a look, man. We're going to make it real good, man.
$2,000, you're probably getting ripped off. What did they replace?
They replaced, the frame was like shaking like crazy. They replaced
the frame.
Yeah, the whole frame.
Okay.
I don't fucking know, man. I just literally say, just fix it. I don't go through item by item.
You got to look.
It was,
What did they get you
what
with?
was wrong with it was the frame was shaking or whatever, so I don't know what they did with the frame. They replaced some, and then the fan motor was blown.
The fan motor, okay.
The fan motor.
$50 right there, probably.
Sure. I'll get the item. I don't, but here's the thing.
So
what am I
getting
going to
ripped
do?
off.
What am I going to do? I'm going to look at it and go, can you explain this charge here,
Yeah, post
sir?
it on the internet.
So I could have other car guys rip on me. See, that's the other thing. Is
you
like,
want someone to do free work. That's the point of this.
I don't want
you want a guy to do
I don't
free
want
work.
an after the fact car guy. That doesn't help me at all. I'm not going to go back to him and go, hey, you guys really ripped me off. That doesn't help me.
That.
I need a before the fact car guy to be like, here's what's wrong, and here's how to get it fixed, and you can get this aftermarket part. You don't need to buy the OEM part. And it's like, oh, okay.
And how much do you pay him?
Nothing. Buy him a sandwich.
Oh man, I fucking hate that.
I've tried to be a.
Hey, thanks. The pizza's on me. The pizza's on me. Thanks a lot for your time.
I gave him a button. I gave him a Back to the Future button I found at a flea market because he really liked Back to the Future.
You can trade this for something to eat.
He was a tragic figure. He was one of these kids who said he wasn't allowed to watch any TV growing up except Star Trek because it was the only thing his parents thought was morally acceptable or whatever. Educational programs and Star Trek.
Okay.
But he loved Back to the Future. He just fucking
That's
loved
not morally
it.
acceptable.
Yeah,
at
I don't know
all.
why that was okay. And I went, oh, so did you ever ride the Back to the Future ride at Universal? And he gave me this look of.
He got kicked out for jerking
No, he
off.
never got to go. He never got to ride it his whole life.
That's one of the
dreamed
best
of
rides
going on-
ever.
It was the best.
The Simpsons one sucks.
The
It's
Simpsons
same
one is
track, but it's dumb.
terrible. The Back to the Future ride was like a fucking experience.
It felt like it felt like part of the movie.
I think I rode it once as a kid, and I remember it.
Yeah.
I remember how great it was, and I'm like, wait, we're in the DeLorean, and fucking Biff's on the screen yelling at us.
Yeah.
And, bah, bah, bah. And then my buddy who loves Back to the Future and never got to ride the ride, I'm like, oh man, I don't even fucking like Back to the Future, but it was the best thing I ever experienced. He's like, yeah I know.
Yeah.
So I gave him a button from the Back to the Future ride that I found at a thrift store.
Oh, nice. Do you think he saved it?
He probably did
right
save
in the trash.
it. Nah.
Probably.
It's almost like riding the thing.
Here's a reminder of something you never got to do that was totally awesome.
You can watch the YouTube videos of it. They have
that's the same thing, basically.
You can just watch the YouTube video and like move your body along with it, pretend you're in the DeLorean. Anyway, not having a car guy, it's a real tragedy.
Yeah, okay. So your car's okay now.
I think so. We'll see. It's not shaking as much as it used to shake real bad when it was idling. That was the problem with the frame.
Here's my problem. It's citation needed.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see this. Here it is.
Right.
Here we go. This is what I hear when anybody talks about this criminal scum.
Right.
Got deported or something.
Criminal scum.
This criminal perp and scumbag.
Right.
Was deported by the heroic men only in the government, in Trump's government. And every time I see or see anyone say it or I say it, yeah, he's obviously a criminal gangbanger, MS-13 member.
Why?
because he got them tattoos on his knuckles that says
the classic tattoos.
MS-13.
Right.
And then every motherfucker goes, citation needed. Actually, gang experts say that citation needed. And I think, man, fuck you. Why?
Well,
cite this.
I would
cite these
I would
nuts.
like to know when it was established that this is an MS-13 tattoo, because every other guy just has MS-13 tattooed on them, like very blatantly. In giant letters, if you look up MS-13 tattoo.
Yeah.
It's not like a weird little code. It's just MS-13.
You see this? What? You see that? Weed.
Right.
M. Marijuana.
Marijuana.
See this smiley face? Sonriso.
Right.
S. Smiley face. See the one cross?
I don't see the one.
One.
That's
like
where
a one.
You're starting to lose me.
Christ number one.
Christ is number one.
One God. There's one God.
There's one
Jesus
God.
Jesus Christ is his name.
Okay.
Skull. 1, 2, 3 holes there. Skull.
3 holes.
Why the fuck do you think he has that on his knuckles,
I
you
don't
dick
know.
brain?
It could be for fucking. Look, here's the
Man, I really love marijuana. Jesus, no, smiley faces. I love marijuana, smiley faces, Jesus, and my fat wife. Oh no, skulls. I really love death. Those are the four things I love.
Here's what I'm going to say is that you guys kind of fucked up because I saw a different interpretation of it. And I went, well, that actually makes way more sense.
What was that?
Okay, well, the M and the S, okay, I can get there. Marijuana smiley face.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
The cross should be a plus, and the skull is the 13 by itself.
Why would a skull be 13 by itself?
Unlucky, 13, the unlucky
Mexicans
number.
don't have 13 unlucky.
Mexicans don't think of a 13 as an unlucky number associated with, the...
I don't think so. Mexicans don't have unlucky numbers. That's like a Japanese thing, an American thing.
MS plus 13 makes more sense to me than MS. The cross is clearly
Why
a
the
1.
fuck would a plus be there?
Well,
plus 13.
MS. Well, I don't know because
that's kind of like filler, isn't it?
Because look, it's MS dash for 13 in that fucking one. They put a dash. So
you're one of these guys that
dash.
doesn't see that and go, oh, okay, knuckle tattoos, obviously a gang member. Oh yeah, and it says, oh no, actually I just saw knuckle tattoos and I'm pretty sure it's gang member.
Okay,
that's fine.
Let's say that
you're a citation needed guy.
Let's say he got tattoos. Let's say it said MS-13.
Yeah.
How does that mean? Does that mean he's in the gang?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's got the gang tattooed on it.
What do we got here? I
have a tattoo gun. You want me to tattoo MS-13 on your knuckles right now?
I want you to
have a fucking tattoo gun right here.
I don't think
I
that's a
tattooed
good
a smiley
plan.
face on my foot and it wore off.
Unfortunately, this pen's
See,
not
this
working.
is classic citation needed guy. Like this cute Reddit tier. Oh, I'm gonna write it on my knuckles. Am I in MS-13?
What?
No, because you didn't really do it. He did do it.
Okay, so he got it on his knuckles.
Yeah.
Let's say he's in MS-13. Let's say he's like, man, I love MS-13. It's the best thing.
That's what he's saying.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
That's against the law?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's a fucking gang member. Get rid of him.
What is a gang? What does that even fucking mean?
As long as you're willing.
This is that FBI like bullshit of like, oh, Proud Boys. Oh, we got to get them. Well, what are they doing?
Get rid of them too. Gavin should be out. He should be
They tried to get him out. They canceled his fucking comedy appearance. Okay, if a guy wants to be in a gang, okay, he's got to commit an actual crime for me to give a shit.
Being in the gang is a crime.
Well, it shouldn't be because that's silly.
What do you mean it's silly? They're all doing robberies and stuff.
The second a bunch of guys get together and they say, "Hey, we're part of a thing now," oh, that's illegal. Can't do that.
No, just the gang, the group that's based in criminality and violence. That you can't do.
Okay.
That you can't do.
So can I say I'm a Nazi, perhaps?
Yeah, because they're not doing any illegal stuff right now.
It's only when you start doing illegal stuff.
Yeah.
But shouldn't the individual members have to do something illegal?
No.
Just belonging to the group is illegal.
Belonging to the group is illegal.
Right. And what other...
If you're doing enough criminality to a point where you're already doing illegal stuff, I don't know, you're not a citizen or whatever, you know this guy, you're doing something, knuckle tattoos are involved, get out of here. That's
now,
a crime.
Let's say
Get outta
somebody
here.
starts a band called MS-13, and then anybody who has the tattoo now has plausible
Citation
deniability
needed right here.
that they're
Right
just a
here.
fan of the band MS-13. Another classic liberal loophole for those of you out there in the criminal community, just start a boy band called MS-13, and if anyone asks, you go, I'm not in the gang. I just like Bradley because he's the cutest one and he sings the best.
What's wrong with you guys? Why do you always want to argue shit that's obvious? It's obviously stands for MS-13. He's obviously some deadbeat gangbanger. Criminal scum.
I don't know that definitely stands for MS-13, okay? I can get there.
What does it mean that?
I don't know. Just like, hey, I put stupid shit on my knuckles. Why is he the only guy who came up with that? Is he really creative?
I'm sure there's more than one
guy
that has...
Is he the creative guy in the group who went, guys, I know you guys are all getting like MS-13.
He was trying to do this. He was trying to make this a thing.
Yeah. He's the one guy who's like, what if I made it like kind of sneaky? You know, like, ooh, it could mean anything.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Cute shit, but in a gang.
Keep the cute gang members then.
No, they're the worst ones.
No, the ones who are too stupid to disguise MS-13. All right, kick them out. But the one who's like, what if I made it like a little cryptograph? You know, like you need a decoder ring to figure out what I'm into.
You think he was embarrassed when he came home and his wife said, "Hey, you got those tattoos? Somebody's gonna mistake that for MS-13." Marijuana, sonrisa, one God, 3 holes. Oh, Dios mío!
Oh, no! Well, it could be, pot, happy.
There's nothing you guys won't argue.
PT, hold on, I'm trying to get there. Pot, smiley, PS. No, that doesn't work at all.
Happy.
Happy.
It could be pho. He could be a big fan of the pho soup.
For Jesus skull. It could mean anything. Look, the point is he's a father, right? Isn't he a father?
Yeah, his kid should be deported too.
No. We're bringing them all back.
Citation needed.
Get
the fuck out of here.
Americans I want to see. I like them. I want more of them.
You do.
I just don't. I'm not. Until you commit a crime. Look, if you're here illegally, yeah, we'll deport you.
It's illegal to be part of a gang.
I think we should get rid of that.
Oh, why?
I think
they're not doing anything good. Fuck them.
Hey, if black people, they invented that to come down on black people wanting to have too much fun.
Oh, and now where are we?
Well, they stopped all the fun, and then the black people got angrier and
they all got jobs.
And they all got jobs.
Yeah,
so it didn't work out very well.
No, it didn't. Did it?
Some black guys wanted to wear red. Some black guys wanted to wear blue. If anything, we should have embraced it. We should have said that's fun.
Not kill
it's
each other.
Fun that they're color coding.
For it.
Instead, we invented all these gang laws or whatever.
So you're anti-gang law?
Well, as an Italian, I'm especially anti-gang law.
You should be upset the most because you guys all got. I mean, they're drinking your milkshake.
They really are. The worst part of the Italian-American experience is that we invented doing petty crime and whatever else. We just didn't think to rhyme about it. Because if we had come up with that, sky would have been the limit. Like, Italian culture would be the dominant culture on the planet if we just said, we're doing crime, we're having a good time.
Yeah.
Like, that's when it got
You should have been obvious about it.
Yeah.
Like Frank Sinatra. My way should have been a threat.
My way should have been
We're doing it my way or else. I walk into town with the big Bambino. With
Italians
a baseball bat,
and we
crack you across the eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They were too much about love and fun and whatever. It's like, no, we should have...
And eating. The eating took you guys down.
We should have had crime singing is what we should have done. Just singing about the crimes we were doing in small town communities because that's what people want. And then the blacks came along and they said, look at all of our crime.
Yeah.
I'm robbing him. I'm robbing him. And everyone went, this is the best. I love this.
This is awesome. We knew you guys were doing crime.
And they didn't even have to sing. They just kind of talked about it over a beat. They didn't even add some rhythm to it, really. They kind of phoned it in. Yeah, the Italians really fucked it up. We did all the crimes. We just never thought to turn it into.
Gangsters
we didn't turn it into movies. That was our one thing.
No,
we should have turned
you
it
didn't
into
do that.
Well,
you know who did that? The ultimate gangsters did that.
We're friends with those guys. We work with those guys.
Nobody's friends with those guys. Gangsters are the cutest fuckers in town. It's always cute shit with gangsters, isn't it? They all got their cute little nicknames, their cute little tattoos that they're doing, their cute little, if I'm going to put it outside, then you get it and it's not stolen. Forget about it. Like, yeah, that's cute shit.
Forget about it.
It's cute shit that you're doing.
Look, as a representative of the Italian-American community, gangs have helped make America what it is today.
Yeah.
You ever see that movie, Gangs in New York?
Yeah, that's a good movie.
No, it's not.
Stupid that, yeah.
It's like tragically bad how bad it is. You're like, Scorsese, come on, let somebody else re-edit this.
Yeah.
I want to like it, but it is It was
too much documentary in it.
There's too much
stuff
going
happens.
on.
You're like, why did that happen? Why did he let him live?
The editing is haphazard in that movie. The original cut was like 4 hours long, and now I'm like, there's got to be somebody out there who could re-edit that movie into something good.
It was cool at the time, though.
It was cool. It's still cool. It's not as good as most Scorsese stuff.
Citation needed. That guy's a gang member.
But without gangs, again, we wouldn't have that classic scene of Leonardo DiCaprio watching New York grow old. Good ending to that movie.
Wait, he watches it grow old?
Yeah. Well, the cemetery looking over. I mean,
That's
not
him in the cemetery?
Whatever. It's like he's.
You said it.
Yeah. Well, but he dies. But
I hate that part of the movie, though.
The cemetery at the end?
Yeah, it's like when they show the pictures of the real person at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I always try to leave the movie theater if I think that's coming. Like if it's a movie, like a long docudrama or whatever, and I'm like, oh shit, I think they're about to show the real person. I'm like, get out of here, we gotta go. I don't want to see this.
What'd you think about it in Schindler's List when he had all the real Jews and all the movie Jews go to the
Obviously, I
graves
loved it
together?
in Schindler's List. Don't be crazy.
It was a little much. It was a little like, all right, Spielberg, like, come on. Like, I get it.
Like, you're already Jewish, man.
Jesus
You're trying
Christ.
too hard. Get out of here.
He was. Spielberg's relationship with the Jew stuff is interesting. You got to watch that Fabelmans movie.
What's that?
That's the movie about young Steven Spielberg and how his father got cuckolded. And for some reason, he decided to make a whole movie about it.
Yeah, because he's pissed.
No, he was like, I think he was like pissed, but also like kind of understanding. It's just young Steven Spielberg finding
Hey, Dad,
out.
check out my movie. I totally understand why you're a cuck. Don't worry about it. Everyone's going to think I'm better when they see it.
It's I hate to spoil it, but it's Steven Spielberg's father getting cucked by Seth Rogen, of all people.
What?
Yeah, so Seth Rogen just goes up and he's like, and he just fucks Steven Spielberg's mom.
Is it real?
What do you mean, is it real?
Did it really happen?
Yeah, it's like based on a real story. It's like his actual story. It's
What
like,
the fuck?
Yeah, Steven Spielberg made a whole movie about his dad getting cucked by Seth Rogen.
My family's all worried that I'll tell a story about them on my podcast.
Yeah.
That would be 100 million times
I think his dad's thankfully dead. I think he waited till his dad was dead to make the movie about him getting cucked by Seth Rogen. But I was like, Steve, we didn't really need to know all this. It's a little fucking weird.
Well,
Still interesting, though.
that's my problem. Citation needed.
Citation needed.
Fucking dumb.
And you
Go
go
over the dumbest shit. Over obvious shit.
I want to know, is there more guys who have that tattoo, perhaps?
Yes.
Yeah? Well, I haven't seen any other guys with that tattoo. How come you can't find any other guys who have it? I just want to know if this is
I don't
like,
want to waste my
this
time
the one
going
guy
on
who
a
came up
scavenger
with it?
hunt
This is the
for
one
fucking
guy?
citation. Go find a citation. No. I actually don't. I have other stuff to do.
How did he come up with it? Was he just doodling and he said, what would be a cool? I know everybody else gets the regular shit, but I want to get like a variation.
Yeah, probably.
Was he the arty one? Was he like he's like a Rembrandt from the Warriors who's got to tag everything everywhere they go?
Yes, he is.
Hey, Rembrandt, come on. See, when I think of gangs, I just
They
think
all
of the
have
Warriors.
their own little
It's
spin on
fun.
it. Like, oh, you got a skull, and he's like 3 holes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it. Other guy's got like a dice or something.
Okay, so they all have a different. Well, that's fun. Now you're making me like it even more. They all have little,
Criminals. Get rid of them.
They got little iconography to identify each other. That's Bones, because his knuckles have a skull at the end.
Man, I never realized that's why I hate gangster shit so much.
Because
all
all
the
the cool nicknames.
goofing around and ball busting. Hey, we're over here ball busting. It's like, what are you guys are doing a comedy show? We're here to do crimes. I'm not here to pal around and goof off and work on my tight
It's
five.
a social club. Everybody likes that shit. Guys get together. They want to give each other stupid names and come up with
That's why they lost.
pranks. It's basically guys doing pranks.
Yeah.
Just their pranks are less cheeky and fun because, unlike in their communities, that's what they practice.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your problem?
My problem, Dick, is terrorism haters. These are people who have to pretend that terrorists are like the worst. When you really get down to it, you're like, I mean, come on. Like, obviously, there's a time and a place for terrorism, right?
It's all terrorism.
Yeah, well, that's
pretty
the
much
thing.
pretty much everything is terrorism. Hey, you better pay your taxes, or you're gonna get your ass fucked by a bunch of black guys in prison. Like, okay, what's that?
Well, I was thinking about like, have we gotten to the point of as a society where we can admit that like from a certain perspective, 9/11 was pretty cool. Like in terms of what you're doing.
What, did you see iDubbbz this week and get jealous of the negative attention he was getting?
No. It's not like obviously we disagree with
Frogan?
the target.
Can you dress up like Frogan?
Look, we disagree with
which one's which? Shoot her. She's the imposter. No, shoot her. He's the imposter. I don't know which one is the real Frogan.
Let's be real. If there was a story about a white guy who stole a plane and crashed it into a big fucking terror, whatever.
That black box.
And crashed it into Kabbalah or whatever, or crashed it into some Al-Qaeda building.
Yeah.
Nobody would be like,
or Satan.
What a horrible.
He flew it into hell and crashed
and he killed
into Satan.
hundreds of fucking those people or whatever.
Okay.
Nobody would go, what a horrible terrorist. We'd go, yeah, that's pretty cool what he did there.
Yeah.
That's pretty. When you really nail down, when you think about Osama bin Laden.
Okay.
Let's be real.
Why'd you think about this?
Look, I don't know. I forget.
Yeah.
For some reason, terrorism came up. I think it's like something was going on. People are going, this
terrorist. Having a rough week?
No.
Okay.
So let's say you really hated America, right?
Okay.
What would be the most fucked up thing you could do to America? It would be to kill a bunch of people, which would normally be really hard to do.
Okay.
Okay? So you're fucking Osama bin Laden and you fucking hate America.
Right.
And most guys you just be like, well, there's nothing I can do about it. This is a guy who did something about it. You kind of got to be like, well, I mean, you kind of got to appreciate the go-get-em attitude. Most guys would just let it go. That's a really complicated thing to do.
Yeah.
But it actually wasn't. See, that's why it gets even more interesting. Is he's sitting around in the cave.
No, it's complicated.
Well,
all these guys doing a strike all at once, he got guys to go to flight school.
Yeah.
I mean, there's ads on daytime television all the time
trying
to get you to go to DeVry, trying to get some skills. I can't get you to lose 5 pounds. Osama bin Laden got 14 guys to go to get pilot's license.
Jews to finance all of it, allegedly. And he's sitting around in the cave and he's going,
He probably had a PowerPoint. This is how you'll get.
Well, it's crazy what
ROI
when you think about
shekels.
what he did. He said, well, I want to crash a plane into the Twin Towers. And they go,
that's impossible.
Where are you going to get a plane? You can't crash a plane. He goes, I'm going to crash their plane into the Twin Towers. They're like, how do you crash their plane? How could you even get it?
It's an Ocean's 72.
Yeah, exactly. There's a heist movie. It is kind of exciting when you get down to it. He's like, I'm going to get Ahmed to do it. It's
Ahmed?
How are you going to get Ahmed to do it?
He's drunk on goat piss. And then it's George Clooney showing up and Brad Pitt's drinking goat piss. I got another job for you. I heard you.
Yeah,
I heard Death to America.
Fucking a goat.
But where are you going to get the planes? We're going to use their planes.
How are you going to get Ahmed to do it?
I'm listening.
I'm going to tell him God told him to do it. And he convinced a bunch of guys they had to do it for God, which probably was a pretty, that's not a one-off conversation. You really got to get a guy drunk and drill it into his head and go, hey, we got to take down America.
They all need their own reason.
Yeah.
Not just God. They all have something.
You're gonna get the virgins, and we're doing it for Allah. Yeah.
Do it for your mom. But
if you really, let's be clear, if you were doing this at this could be a Hollywood movie, an A-Team type situation.
Yeah.
They got the music playing, and they're going through the checkout.
It is every Ocean's 11 movie.
Well, you can see all 4 of them, and they're all wearing suits, and they're looking around as they're going through TSA. And there's a black woman, and she's like, "Do you have anything to declare?" As as going through, there's the fucking.
And then he goes, "God, I hate America."
If only I could do something about it. Oh wait, I am doing something about it. And then you see on the fucking TSA screen,
are you here for business or pleasure? Pleasure. And a little bit of both.
As he's walking away with the suitcase, she goes, "Sir!" And he turns around and she goes, "You forgot your box cutter." And he goes, "Oh,
thanks. You forgot your harmonica." And say box cutter.
Oh, thank you,
Thank you.
I'm just saying, look.
This is good storytelling.
Yeah, well, there's a lot.
Should be in a comic.
There's a lot there that we don't, everybody just gets down to, they killed all these people. But when you think about it, it's an exciting action heist movie. You go, if the scenario was different,
yeah,
what if that building was full of aliens or whatever? Then it would be cool all of a sudden.
It got the whole terrorism is the worst thing in the world. I think it got overplayed in the last year.
Well, it's
people are starting to go I mean, what else are they gonna do? All right.
Well, it's the old, like, the terrorists are cowards, and you're like, I've never had the balls to fucking hijack
Suicide
a plane.
is cowards. Like,
that's crazy.
I don't know about that.
That's one of the most ballsy things I can imagine. Holy Lord, you got to take over the whole
I don't even
want to
ring that little stewardess light.
Right,
you know?
I'm always worried if I ask for like another orange juice, the stewardess is going to be mad at me. I can't imagine jumping up with a box cutter and storming to the front of the
I can
fucking
imagine
thing.
it, but I wouldn't do it.
I can imagine it, but I wouldn't do it
Yeah.
because I'm not as ballsy as these brave terrorists.
They got a house and stuff. Kid.
I'm just saying is, and then I see a lot of guys lately are like crying about, oh, the liberals are saying, I think they're talking about like Trump or whatever, like there's something going on where liberals are saying like, oh, we might have to get violent if, the government gets taken over or whatever. And they're like, oh,
both sides are always doing that.
They're talking about doing terrorism. I'm like, yeah, we're all talking about doing terrorism.
That's what the Second Amendment is for.
Yeah.
It's like, it's right there. It says, like, if the government ever gets out of control, you should just
do some terrorism.
Yeah, you should kill them.
Whenever a gun guy says from my cold, dead hands, that doesn't mean like, because I'm going to let you shoot me in the head and not do anything. That means
I'm going to kill you.
I'm going to do some terrorism if you try to take my guns away. Like, that's always on the table. We don't have to pretend that it's not.
We do, though.
We have to pretend no one would ever get pushed over the edge and have to take the law into their own hand.
Yeah, you can't say it.
Yeah.
I really don't know why. I can't put my finger on exactly why, because it was before social media. You could be a little bit more fast and loose with how you're going to do terrorism.
Yeah.
But even before 9/11, it was still kind of okay. Like, there would be the Irish car bombs would happen. I talked to a girl recently who didn't even know that was a thing. She thought it was just the name of a drink.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that was...
There's people that go to Ireland and try to order an Irish car bomb, and they go, get the fuck out of my bar. Like, they don't like to joke about that stuff. What do you call it?
They're going to need to dust off those skills.
Luigi Mangione is a terrorist. He committed an act of political violence to achieve a violent end, and we like that guy. It's
I
fun.
can't believe anybody even tries to even academically chastise him.
Yeah.
We got denied for like some stupid pregnancy medication, and it was like,
oh, the system's completely fucked.
like, oh, it's $600
Yeah.
if you don't get it approved. And I'm like, I have a PPO though, and go, they're even worse. And I'm like, man, I just like, I don't see how anybody could deal with the system even a little bit and not look at Luigi and go like, oh man, that's fucking awesome.
See,
Need about 1,000 more of that guy.
I was gonna say, you know what? I think after 9/11, they tried to put in everybody's heads. They're like, well, you can't do a terrorism because that's the worst thing in the world. And you're like, look, I understand crashing a plane into a building and killing like a bajillion people is pretty bad, but there are.
I think it was January 6th.
Yeah,
like recently, because January 6th was obviously terrorism.
Sure.
Obviously it was. I mean, I was hoping they were going to take over the government. I lied and said, it's just a parade, but I was at home going like,
now that Trump's in office, you can say whatever you want.
You guys
about
got
it.
the scaffolding right up there. It probably doesn't work, but
they wanted to put the fear of God in some people. I understand that.
I think it was less socially forbidden in the 80s and 90s because it was so much harder to get the message out.
Yeah.
Like you had to write a newsletter, get a mailing list. If you wanted
you had to bomb
activate,
someone, have them put your note in the paper.
Yeah,
and
well,
then your
like to assemble.
brother goes,
if you wanted to like assemble a bunch of people to do a terrorism, it would take just forever.
I can't organize it.
Yeah, but now you can organize it so fast. They're like, we can't let
let
Gavin
people
McInnes
band
have
together.
the mailing list like this, can we? Like, no, we got to shut it down.
God, the Proud Boys stuff has been wild. Like, they really fucked those guys over in so many ways. It's crazy.
They did. They were all innocent, but then at the same time, I think, I hope they would do something.
Well, I mean, their whole thing was they're like, hey, Antifa sucks. Let's crack their skulls if they try to fuck with us. And I'm like, I can't really argue with that.
And they're definitely doing terrorism.
100%. The Antifa stuff was like so embarrassing. It is one of the most embarrassing things. And again, that's the left being like, well, we hate terrorists, but these Antifa guys, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're doing big time terrorism.
They're doing big time terrorism.
Right in your face.
100%. They're cracking skulls and bombing buildings and setting fires.
It's like football.
Black
like
Lives
just
Matter.
Try to get away
whole...
with shit. It's like,
yeah,
you can't do that. What are you doing?
Look, all I'm saying is, I forget what I titled this problem, but all these people are. We've always been told like, oh, terrorists, it's the worst thing, and I think we know deep down, it's like, no. Sometimes to achieve your ends, you got to terrorize some people. You got to put the fear of God in the populace. You got to firebomb a couple governors' mansions, whatever.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In Minecraft.
Right, in Minecraft.
Obviously.
There's no point where... I don't think there's a point where we're not living in fear of something.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if a guy in a cave can get all his goat fucking buddies to blow up
to ruin the world.
One of the most, to ruin the world and blow up one of the greatest triumphs of American fucking skyscraper ingenuity or whatever.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
If only they could make movies. They'd be unstoppable. If only they could make movies in those caves. They'd be unstoppable.
Honestly, the first guy to make a 9/11 movie from the point of view of Osama bin Laden as the hero, it's going to be a great movie.
No.
I think it would be. If it's like you show, he lived in America and he saw how corrupt and, whatever it was, and maybe experienced some racism, he can have like his fucking, what are those movies that they always made about racism? And then he goes, I'm gonna blow it up. I gotta put a team together.
Team together, yeah.
Yeah, you'd be
Everybody likes a team together. Okay. Is that your problem?
Can we make an Osama bin Laden like buddy action comedy?
You gotta finish your comic first.
It would be called Muhammad's 12. Osama's 8. How many guys were there?
72.
There's 7. No, those are the virgins.
Well,
Osama's 72.
All right. There you go. That's the problem.
Maybe just a trailer. We can put a trailer together. They said it couldn't be done.
The epic verse.
Osama, America's the biggest country on the earth. You can't take down the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Or can I?
Go to biggestproblem.show to vote on the problems. Patreon.com/
biggest problem.
/biggest problem.
New bonus episode, Biggest Problem in Jesus.
Trucks are too big. Trucks are too big. Citation needed.
Not having a car guy.
Not having a car guy.
Pretending to hate hating terrorists. What did I write it down?
Pretending to hate terrorists. You better be nice and clear with that one.
Let me see what I wrote it down as.
The biggest problem in the universe is that I described the face rock to my wife.
Yes.
Terrorism haters.
I'm sure I did a terrible job.
You cannot call it.
But it didn't matter because
You cannot call it terrorism haters.
Yeah, it's terrorism haters. It's fucking. Why do you being a hater?
Okay.
She wanted it. I told her, it's this stupid rock that pulls. You got to let it charge in the sun, and then you pull it gets all these ions out. You just lie on it with your face. It'll take all these ions. It's got these special. I just made some shit up. And next thing you know, she's like, could you get one of those for me? So now I'm actually, it was funny at first, but now she's actually expecting to receive a rock that does
Bro, we got to make the fucking, it's got to have a nice, box.
I don't know what to do now. I guess I'm going to go get a rock from my yard or something and give it, I don't know.
We send you, we'll send you the box.
Yeah.
So to save on shipping, we send you the box in like an envelope, and you put it and just find a rock outside and put it in. That's it. That's so much easier.
You have to provide your own rock.
Everybody saves money on shipping. Yeah.
So we
just send you a box.
We're gonna make an empty box. It's gonna have all this shit on the back, talking about all
this
the
bullshit.
ions and whatever else. And it's gotta have the what is it? Velvet cloth inside, to wrap up the rock.
Oh, look at this standard size custom shipping boxes. Okay, this will be a Patreon gift or something. Yes! It's got to be smaller than this.
It's got to be like one of those nice black. I can get Chinese guys to make it or something.
Custom.
No, that one. The make your own, the box up, the black box. It's got to be black box with the gold.
Where? What are you pointing at? Black box. This one? This one?
Yeah.
Does Printify have it? I wonder if Printify has boxes.
Face rock.
Yes.
By Problempatine.
By Problempatine. It's on the QR code that you scan to go on our website.
Download the app to track your face rock.
We have to do this. No more.
Get all our viewers to get their wives to put rocks on their faces.
Yeah.
Honey, I got you.
That'll be so easy to distribute. Okay.
Hey, Vito, since you're a car shot and you're going to have to replace that, just pointing out you got an opportunity to do some real funny shit if you get a van. Love the show, man.
It would be funny.
To get a van?
I told you, man, I have a picture somewhere of a guy who had the White Runner van, and I don't know how he got this license plate. I'm like, how did they not figure this out?
What is it?
RAP, RAP, numeral 3, van.
Ripping. Wow.
And I said, holy shit, his license plate is rape van.
Yeah.
And how did that get approved? I was like, that was like a white whale. I saw that parked outside my building. I said, oh my God, I've seen the rape van. It's real.
That's amazing.
Yeah. If he still has that license plate, that guy's a legend.
Let's check in on the Golden
I always
Patriot.
imagine that guy explaining to the DMV. He goes, no, I'm rapping Evan. I'm a children's entertainer that raps across the nation.
$35,000.
So what did he go up $1,000? What was he at before?
$600.
$600.
What does your formula say he's going to be at? You had some cockamamie formula.
Well, I'm just
You
saying.
didn't even listen to your own formula.
Well, the formula is the first day and the last day is like 50% of your sales. So 50,
the first day and the last day?
Yeah. So that means if he hits 50,000 today and 50,000 the last day, that means his total campaign would be 200,000.
Oh. Wow.
I don't know if that's the exact formula. I could try to look it up.
I don't think you need to look it up. That seems accurate.
How much of your sales? Let's see if I can find it.
Well,
hey, Dixon, I got something for the Voted Up segment.
Okay.
You remember Vito's waiting for anime problem? Oh, God, it sucks if you are a fan of Thunderbolt Fantasy. It's not technically an anime. There's a subtle difference. You may notice it if you check it out. My guess would be that Dick would like it and Vito would hate it. Anyway, so the show's been going for a while, and last season finished, and we're going to get the finale's just going to be a big, awesome movie. Can't wait for it. Except it already fucking came out in Japan. It screened in Japan in theaters in February, and there's no word yet for how the fuck anybody outside of Japan is going to see it. So,
what franchise?
supposedly it's going to be in theaters.
You're playing around on your phone.
Month.
Just like I thought.
I can't even find a copy to pirate. Like, not even a shitty camcorder copy, let alone subtitles or a dub or anything.
This guy can't get his
So I guess
his
we're just
grubby little
fucked.
mitts
Just keep Googling every day. So
jack
that
off
fucking
anime.
sucks. Vote it up, or I'll kill your
No,
family.
Thunderbolts is the new Marvel movie. So what is he talking about?
It's an anime?
I don't know. The new Marvel movie is regular.
Is it possible
movie.
that something else is named Thunderbolts?
It's possible. Yeah, I guess there could be an anime named Thunderbolts.
Okay.
And I don't know what the hell is going on, but the economy is completely fucked. Like, I don't know what Vito over here is talking about, but it's fucked.
Right.
You know, I'm an electrician. I work full time. I do Uber on the side. Still not enough. Everything's so outrageously expensive. And it's just bullshit because everything still sucks. You go anywhere and no one has a job, really.
Yeah.
All the jobs are being taken up by something else. Manufacturing's gone. You know, America does need jobs, and people out here are willing to work. And so many people I know are just desperate to get by. But shit, man, the situation out here is fucked. And regardless of whatever the fuck Trump does, he's doing something, which is better than absolutely nothing like before.
Better than nothing.
What is he doing, though?
Trump?
Biden brought the unemployment rate down to, like, record lows.
Do you believe that number?
I believe that it was we were making progress, yeah.
Do you think that means more people have jobs when the employment number drops?
Well, I know
Unemployment number
there's
drops?
some fudgy whatever where if somebody's been out of work for 6 months, they stop counting them or something.
Do you think dropping 10% of the population of Nicaragua in the country had a negative effect on employment?
Was it 10% the
I think it was
population of
7.
Nicaragua?
Yeah. Or Venezuela, one of those two.
Okay, I don't know, man. I'm not on the ground fighting immigrants for jobs. For some reason, I managed to figure out that you can make money by rolling out of bed in the morning, pretending to make a comic book, and
But
fighting
you don't
on the
own
internet.
anything. You can't raise a family where you're at.
I could, if I moved to not here, I could afford things. The only problem is I'm in Los Angeles, so I can't afford shit.
So where would you move? Like
I could move back to Massachusetts. I'm looking at houses in Massachusetts that look like a fucking mansion for like $500,000. Jesus Christ, they look like fucking palatial estates with a pool and a fence and all this shit.
And you could raise a family.
Yeah.
You know how much it costs every year you raise a family?
It depends on what kind of family you're raising.
Guess.
How much do I think it costs to raise a family?
Yeah,
like
how much it costs to raise
Is
a
the
family.
wife working?
It's up to you.
Right.
Does that depend? Does that make it cost more or less?
It would make it cost less because we would have a dual income.
Who's going to watch the kids?
Well, once the
TV?
kids reach the age that they can go to school, the school watches the fucking kids.
8 hours?
Yeah.
Keep dreaming. What time do you think school gets out?
Oh, at 3 o'clock?
6 o'clock?
3 o'clock. You can put them in after.
I guess you're
school.
gonna be home, so.
Yeah, I'll be home. See, that's the best.
So your imaginary wife just makes money, and you
Yeah.
watch the kids. Wow, that's a nice gig.
I had that situation. I just decided to exit from it.
They took the kids away.
No, I just had my previous girlfriend made good money, and she was basically like, "Yeah, you don't gotta work if you don't want to." And I'm like,
And you got away from that
it's just we fought too much
for free money? That doesn't seem like you.
Why do you think I spent so long being like, I don't know if I should leave this scenario? But I was like,
wow, that must have been hard for you.
It was hard.
Okay.
I am subscribed to 2 YouTube channels. The first one is Biggest Problem, and the second one is Caleb Hammer. Vito, I would love for you to go on Caleb Hammer's Financial Audit Podcast. Tell him your goal is to buy a house in L.A. in the next 2 years. Yeah. And we all want to watch him scream at you and call you a fat idiot for all your purchasing. We want to see this happen. Please apply.
You get on that show?
Please do this.
If you guys
oh
saw,
my God,
if you guys saw my
Vito,
purchasing history over the past couple
it'd be
months,
so great.
I would be in big trouble with Caleb Hammer.
That's why we want to see it.
I've just been gambling and having a good time on that Whatnot app. What do you call it? And buying Final Fantasy collector boxes like crazy. So if that set comes out and tanks, I'm gonna be bankrupt. Right now, my entire financial future depends on the Final Fantasy Magic cards being a success.
How much?
I think I'm
money
20K deep into Final Fantasy Magic cards.
Where do you keep all that shit?
I don't have them yet because they haven't come out yet. When they come
Where
out,
are you gonna keep it?
I don't know. You got to figure that out when that moment comes.
What if you keep them in your? What if you got like a pipe leak or something, or cat's piss all
Then
over
all the
it?
money goes. Then they're destroyed.
You
Then
got
I'm
20
fucked.
grand of Final Fantasy cards?
Well, my belief is half those orders are going to get canceled. Maybe 75% of them.
And then you're gonna flip it
Because
for
the problem
double, triple?
I locked in my pre-orders back when people were like, this box is $300. This box is $400. The boxes are now $675. So okay. I have a feeling once people get their allocations, they're going to go, actually, we can't fulfill your order, unfortunately. So we'll see how many of them actually get fulfilled.
I'm doing the rock box. Somebody who's a designer.
The rock
I know
box.
a graphic designer, but I need one who can do it this week.
I mean, yeah, you should find.
Why don't you stream yourself making it? Make some money.
The rock box?
Yeah, the face rock.
The face rock? The problem is you would need to. Yeah, I could.
See, here we go.
Well, I don't make. Dude, my graphic design skills are not like luxury women's goods. Like, that's a different skill set.
What are you talking about?
I could get like a nice
shit on a
font,
box.
I guess.
Nice font? Takes more than a nice font.
It would be a nice font. It would be gold on black. You know?
I'm trying to see if this place prints boxes. No, doesn't look like it. Other?
I know how to get boxes. I got boxes made for the Super Killer coins.
You did?
Yeah, they come in a nice little jewelry case. I never showed you those, huh?
Jewelry box. Here we go. Puzzle jewelry box.
But you need a larger box.
I need a cardboard box that looks like you just bought it at the airport.
No. It needs to be like a slightly luxury, like something you get like a nice shampoo in.
No, because it's got to ship in an envelope. I don't want to spend a bunch of money on shipping for a prank.
It's a box.
It's got to be able to fold. It's got to be one of those boxes that you like squish that you like push the sides in and the bottom like.
You want to ship it flat?
Yeah. That's the whole point.
Shipping a box does not cost that much.
This is the difference. Do you see what's happening right now?
Do you use pirate ship?
An envelope. $3.
Yeah, I could ship a box for like $5.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can because you use cubic rate.
I'm talking about like a normal envelope. 50 cents.
Right.
Box. Not shipping empty boxes around the mail. That's stupid. Then the prank's on you.
I think it needs like a little velvet bag to put the rock in.
Okay, you know what?
With a drawstring.
We'll do our own. We'll both do our own face rock bits.
I can get velvet rock. I can get velvet bags for like 50 cents a piece.
Sure, do it. You do your own face rock. I'll do my face rock.
We got to trick these women into believing in the face rock. It needs to be a premium looking package.
It doesn't they don't give a shit. They're fucking stupid.
At the very least, I think it should come with a little velvet pouch to put the rock in inside the box.
That's great. You can ship your face rocks.
The pouch can be flat. A pouch is flat. You can ship that with your flat envelope.
It's too bulky. They'll send it back. They're fuckers.
Are you trying to put it in what
tiny
kind of envelope?
Like a mail envelope.
What size rock are you trying to get women to put on their face?
Vito,
when you say the face rock, is it like a tiny rock?
Like this. A box like this.
Okay, so the
box unfolds, you put it in an envelope, and then send it out, and they get it and push the box together.
I don't understand why you don't think you could put a velvet a pouch along with that.
Because it'll make it too bulky, and they'll send it back.
Well, you need a non-machinable stamp.
A what?
Non-machinable stamp.
What's that?
It's what you have to use when you sell cards because they can't put cards through the letter sorting machine.
So what's a non-machinable stamp?
It's a stamp that says, "Don't put this through the letter sorting machine."
Oh, they listen to that?
If they see the stamp, yes.
Okay, that's fine, but I still need just a box. Step 1, box.
All right.
Collapsible box.
Collapsible.
Yeah, why do you want to send boxes around?
Because it's not going to cost.
It's going to cost a fortune to ship a box.
I assume anyone who's in for the face rock bit will pay us $5 to ship them a box.
It's just wasteful then. Then the joke's on you. Then it's
it's
sent
not.
This fucking
$10 to
mail?
get your wife to put a rock on her face.
That's stupid. People won't do that.
So much money for
50
that.
cents. 70 cents.
$5.
It's nothing. $5 is dumb. You waste money though. That's why we want to see you on the Caleb Hammer show.
I'm not gonna look at my DoorDash and be like, "What are you doing?" I tried telling your wife my DoorDash hack, and I think she politely went, "Oh." And
what was the hack?
The hack is if you go to Costco, you can get DoorDash gift cards.
Okay.
For $200, you get $200 worth of gift cards for $160. So that means all your DoorDash is 20% off.
That's a pretty good hack.
It is a really good hack. Everything's 20% off from DoorDash if you just buy the gift cards from.
Is it true though?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Oh,
so I'm saving 20%.
How often do you do that?
If I go to Costco, they only let you buy 2 at a time. So anytime I go to Costco, I buy $200 worth of DoorDash gift cards, and I just add them to my account. I don't go to Costco that often. Maybe once.
You go to Costco all the time.
I don't have any reason to go to Costco. I've told people I don't know. The only reason I have the Costco membership is it's basically a hot dog license. That's the only reason I have one. Because they don't let you buy the hot dog anymore unless you have a membership.
Road construction. They have just put in a roundabout, or they're putting in a roundabout in a very busy spot of town, and it's taken them over 2.5 years to complete. And they decided to expand the project about a quarter of a mile down the road and put in a new roundabout to access the school.
Okay.
The problem is they've taken so long, the school is now closing, but they're still going through with the long fucking new roundabout project because, I don't know, somebody said, well, I already drew the circle on the map and, we can't erase that, so might as well just build the fucking roundabout. So, yep, that's the biggest problem in the universe. Go fuck yourself.
We need more guys who just do construction projects without the approval of the state.
Oh, yeah. That's welcome to my fucking last 6 months.
But I'm saying, I was reading an article about a guy, and he goes, hey, for the longest time, we've been trying to get them to just install a speed bump because this is a residential neighborhood and cars whip through here.
Yeah.
And they just wouldn't do it. And then they finally got an email, and they're like, yeah, we're able to carve out a time. 2 years from now, we'll be able to come by and install a speed bump. So he just went online and bought a speed bump, and he just put it there.
Yeah.
And it's like, no one's ever going to know.
Yeah.
Do you know the guy? Did you see the story of the guy who just changed one of the fucking highway signs to just add an arrow?
Yeah. Did they take it down? They put it back up?
I think they said they're like, no, that's pretty useful.
Yeah.
I think they actually might have
put a lot of care
into
it. The problem you're going to get is a bunch of guys putting just cinder blocks out for speed bumps.
I mean, the guy the guys who fix potholes and stuff. I think we've reached the point with government overreach that it's like, hey, if you want something done, just fucking do it. And yes, hope the government doesn't notice. And it sucks in your case that they will notice.
They got nothing else to do.
But I don't think they'll notice a fucking speed bump. I don't think they pay attention to that shit.
Well, yeah, it'll be fucked.
Not if you could install it good. You could do a good job.
You can install a speed bump, lay asphalt out there, concrete.
Yeah, you could look up how to do it.
I don't know about
got to
that.
drill it in the ground or whatever.
I don't want people putting speed bumps, fake speed bumps
I've
up.
got an extra problem for today.
What's that?
When the thing you want to buy is cheaper if you buy shit you don't need.
That would have been a better problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Do it next week. We got to go through these super chats.
I'm going to do it real quick.
No. I told you it's too long. We got to shorten the show. And now
it's a 2
just
second
do it
story.
next week. Just show some restraint.
It's not that good a problem. Then we're going to spread it out. I don't think.
Just do it next week. It's time for the super chats now.
I'm going to forget about it by next week.
So write it down. Read the fucking super chats.
No, I'm going to write it down because I'm not allowed to.
Koof for 2. Thank you both for not killing yourself. Thanks, Koof. Stu K for 2. When life gives you lemons, you eat them. The Lux for 2. Hey, Vito, I hope you had a good Easter Sunday. Chick, pig, and then a whoosh look. Stu K for 2. Tony is right about the 1 to 4 error and super killer.
Very good.
How many super chats about the super killer error?
Well, it just has to be $1,000 total in all super chats.
$1,000 or how many? What are we at right now?
6.
600.
You got to. Oh, no, hold on.
What are we at?
I'll show you the total if you scroll down. Go up. Hold on.
I went as far down as I could.
Yo, listen up. We're at $400, so don't worry about it.
We're not going to see it. We're not going to get to talk about the super killer page. Cameron for 2. Describe the Maniac comic in 1 word.
Excellent. Get it now on fundmycomic.com.
Dominic for 10.
Maniac
Vito, you
spelled
don't
with a
have
K.
to be cultured in the arts to understand basic comic book stories. If your comic has dog shit flow and is hard to read for the layman, rewrite it. Understand basic criticism, by the way.
I'm not making comics for laymen. I'm making comics for champions.
Their criticism wasn't valid, right? That you got on your comic?
Well, what's the criticism?
Okay. Stu K.
The criticism
for 10.
was she's moving too much between panels, and I'm like, okay, well, I just
No, they didn't say that.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't say she's moving too much. They said the background changes.
No, they said. Well, yeah, they said the why.
You said that's because she's moving, and they're saying she's moving too much, but they didn't say it's because she's moving too much.
Well, when I told them that the reason it happened is because she's moving, they're like,
they said it doesn't look like that.
They said she shouldn't be moving. Yeah.
Well, they didn't say she shouldn't be moving. They said there's no indication that she's moving.
I think that when you have characters in a scene, you can assume that in between panels, people shift position. I don't understand how this is like.
I know.
I don't understand how this is complicated for anyone.
Just say Just say that's my criticism of your criticism. Tell them that you're critiquing their critique.
You can critique. You can say I don't like that she moved between panels,
but they don't think she did though. It doesn't look like it.
They can say I don't think that it looks like she's moving, even though the background has changed. And I go, okay, that's fine. If that
where is it?
If that disturbs, no, we haven't hit $1,000. That hasn't hit $1,000.
Where is it?
You're not allowed to look it up.
Somebody show me the page. I need to have it up just in case we hit it.
Just in case we hit it.
Yeah.
You can find it on my Twitter if you really want to look for it.
I don't know, but I don't know if you tampered with it.
I have not tampered with it.
You might have fixed it.
It's the exact same characters and positioning that everyone saw 6 months ago when I put out the preview. No one complained about it.
No, it was different. Hebitude found differences, but you blocked him.
The only difference was the third panel has a different background.
Yeah,
but
so there is a difference.
But if the background was the way it was before, it would have been even more jarring movement because that would have meant they spun 360 degrees. So if anything, it made it better to change that panel.
Stu K for 10. Yellow Flash didn't even look up where battle lines were in World War II. By January 1943, they were fighting in the middle of Libya, 1,000 miles away. Plus, guy has 7 aces from 2 war theaters, 10,000 miles away.
I got to say, I started writing a World War II thing, and it is hard to write because America's involvement in the war, remember, came pretty late in the game.
Oh.
And the time between Pearl Harbor and the Battle of Midway, I want to say was only 6 months or something. It was immediate that we jumped into the Pacific theater. So
does that hurt your comic in some way?
It hurts my other comic in some way.
Yeah, why?
Well, because it's just hard to be like, one character's been fighting in the war for a while, and here comes this, guy who comes along and is like, oh, I just joined the war effort. It's like, no, they would have both joined at the exact same time. There's not enough time for, like, one guy to have been fighting a campaign.
Well, 1 month in war is a long time.
I don't know. It feels kind of weird for a guy to be like, yeah, I'm a grizzled veteran. I've been here 2 months. Oh, I'm just a whippersnapper.
Do you have to say it? Can you just make him grizzled?
I mean, I think you have to be like, oh, well, maybe he snuck in and he fought with on the European side early, and that's how he got a couple years. He was in Africa or whatever.
The world people are really, if you don't get the details just right, like the logistics of the backstory, it fucks up the whole story.
Well, it's always whenever you tell a war story, it's hard because wars are can be very contracted. Things happen quicker than you might expect.
Okay, okay, this is it? Which version of this? Is this the correct one that I'm looking at?
The top one's the old one.
Okay, wait, I'll go to your profile.
I mean, they're both the same.
Where can I find it on your profile?
It was a while ago. Just hit media.
Okay.
You're bad at this.
Media?
Yes. And scroll down.
You have a bunch of AI shit.
That was cool AI shit that I had.
Okay.
Shit, now I don't actually know where it is.
Okay. So you don't know. Did you delete it? There it is. I see it.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
All right. Very good.
Black Crimson for 5. Thanks for the snacks, and thank you for not killing yourself. You're welcome. Hot Fart Dingledore for 5. No car, no YOLO shirt, no cat, no magazine, no comic. Hot Fart Dingledore for 5. Yes,
I do have the car. The car is back.
Enormous cunt for 2. Vito doesn't have OCD. He has obesity.
Synthetic Shinobi ads for 5. OBCD's nuts. Which actually made it worse.
Yeah.
Lawrence Avani for 2. Yellow Flash absolutely felted. Oh, we should watch the trailer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
We can save it for a
see
second.
if you guys want to watch the trailer.
Mr. Poop Snorkel for 2. Thanks for the Black Trucks Me shirt. Say it's available. Chris Schofield for 2. How much for Sean at Road Rage Boston? Sean's
I don't know.
busy. Ian Miller for 450 says booty.
Booty, you got it.
Boss Hog for 279. Money. Thanks.
You.
Koo for 2. Good job on Pat's show. Welcome to the Movieverse.
Thanks.
Jackson.
Who's Mooby? Is that Australian guy?
I don't know.
Or is Mooby Aaron Imholt?
I don't know. Maybe they'll tell us.
I hope Aaron Imholt wasn't offended by anything I said today.
Yeah, that would be awful.
No, it would be because I really enjoy his show.
Have you ever talked to Aaron Imholt?
No.
I went on his show once.
You went on a show?
Yeah, immediately after the Rekieta stuff went down. I was kind of asking him some...
Playing both sides.
Well, I was trying to get some information. I was asking him some questions. I was like, well, who do you think called the cops?
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
kind
smart.
of stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And then anytime I do that, guys like you go, oh, see, he's on Aaron's side. And I'm like, no. I just wanted to see if I could...
I think you're playing both sides.
In what way? I don't think Rekieta fucking drugged his kids, man. I have never thought that for a second.
Okay, that's not on...
But I'm saying, I'm not anti-Rekieta. Anti-Rekieta...
You can play both sides. I don't care.
But I'm saying, how am I playing the anti-Rekieta
I'm going to get
side?
some exposure from here. I'm going to get some exposure from here.
I can play both sides to get exposure, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So?
But I thought you meant, I'm dirty dealing, somebody.
I mean, I don't care. I just think you're playing both sides. What's wrong with that?
It was one time. It was right when it happened. I just was like,
what's wrong with that?
I want to call in and see what's going on. I said, did you? I think he denied it. He was like, no, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, right. Purple Possum for 5. Biggest problem in the universe is people wanting to live in a barter economy, but all they have is plastic trash for your time and effort. Johnny Rocket for 10. I'll be at Road Rage. I will harass Carl. I was banned from his Discord for saying Vito wasn't a pedophile.
I remember that. That was a while ago.
Still up for 10. Yeah, one of Carl's mods hates you.
Oh, Johnny Rocket, I'll unban. I didn't realize you were defending my honor in Carl's Discord. Now I have to unblock you. Thank
he's
you.
blocked too?
Yeah, Johnny Rocket's been blocked for a while.
Why would you block him? He's really creative.
I won't bring up why.
Oh, man. Crabzula for 10. To find out what's wrong with your car, put it up for sale. A car guy will come check it out and tell you exactly what's wrong. Hopes of getting a deal, then cancel the sale.
I was trying to be nice to Johnny Rocket. I really was. I was like, oh, maybe me and Johnny Rocket are cool again, and then I guess we're not for some reason.
Do you find that this happens a lot?
Yeah, people really, for some reason, look, I'm not going to take responsibility for that.
Lucian's
I tried to contact Indiegogo to find out what happened with this campaign, and I guess that was.
Oh, and then you said Johnny has your money. I saw this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But is he getting their money? It sounds like he's getting their money. Am I incorrect?
He has no idea where the money is. Indiegogo has it.
So Indiegogo has not communicated to him at all where the money is. It's not in transit.
Bro, you've dealt with these people, the big companies. They just shut your account down.
I don't know.
See, some people would be offended that you're implying that he might know where the money is. Just saying. If you don't know for sure, I would not say.
I don't know for sure.
Yeah. Johnny Rocket for 10. Vito, a guy with swastika tattoos, is not a Nazi. Nunu the same for 5. Getting Richard WPT crossover and PKA this week is great. How is the pig going to fight with Yellow Flash and have any room to stand on this? The pig sucks. All right. Strategery for 5. Imagine having. I knew this episode was going to be bad because Yellow Flash's comic was out, and every time those fuckers do something stupid, we always have a big crisis. Strategery for 5. Imagine having a car problem that costs $100 for a mechanic to fix, but instead you give $20 to some M&Ms to Vito's car guy, and he trucks dicks in my ass. How about that? Coof for 5. Vito, they're literally criminalizing gang affiliation in the 80s.
I know. They need to undo that. That's a bad law.
Rhinoxus for 2. LGBTQ-MS-13. Maybe. Enormous cunt for 5. The U.S. government recognizes MS-13 as a terrorist organization. Why is Vito defending actual literal terrorists?
It's good I did my second problem immediately after, which is terrorism haters.
Yeah, you did.
I like terrorism.
On the John.
If the white guys are doing terrorism, you love it.
Depends.
It depends.
If they're locking up J6 guys, then no. For 10, buy the Maniac, despite anything Vito might say.
Buy the Maniac, available. I've never said anything bad about the Maniac.
Stephen these guys are all confused.
I've never said anything bad about the Maniac at all.
Stephen Alvarez for 2. Vito doesn't know. He has excuses for 3K members. I don't know what that means. Sigma for 10. Vito wants the black moviegoer experience, throwing stuff, talking over the movie, and yelling the N-word. Hey, this is Big Eatin' Beans. I want that experience.
I do want that experience. If anything, when I hear about black people yelling in a movie theater, I go, I should see more movies in the ghetto.
I know. I wish they would have like one theater that was just like epoxy.
Have a black theater. Why not?
Ivana Jerkoff, men for 8. How much for Vito to dress up as Frogan next week? Well, you guys got to send it in. Ulam Uvanati.
I think more troops should get PTSD.
Uvoli.
That's her big thing, right?
If they don't have PTSD, then they could have fought a little harder. For 10, Ocean's 9/11.
Ocean's 9/11.
Oh, that's great.
That's really good.
Bazooka for 5. I owner at Bailong Buffet.
Bad customer of Vito. Real terrorist when he eat all sweet salt pork.
And then Chinese
Balder for 2 says rock not included.
Yeah, rock not included.
Agnostic Uzumaki for 5. How much money for Mr. Bastian to take a big whiff of Vito's hat? I imagine it smells nice. I washed all my hats.
You wash your hats?
Yeah.
They get all messed up.
I put them in the dishwasher.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, I put them in there. I was shocked at how dirty the water was. I went, oh my God. What the fuck is in my hats? It came out like pitch black. Dude, the water came out like pitch black. I went, oh my God, I gotta fucking launder these more often. I was like, it's a hat. It's probably got some sweat in there, whatever.
Because they're messed up after you wash them once.
I think part of it is a lot of the hats are black, so maybe some of the ink leaches out of the water.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, but I was like, oh God, I really hope that's not dirt, because Jesus fucking Christ. It was like pitch black, but I think it was the ink. Strategery 5, is your favorite face cream out of stock? Crush your face care with Face Rock. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
TM. Terminally chill. Do not redeem. Thank you. Fad for 100 thubs. Hey, geniuses, your Face Rock is just crystal facials exist. Those are crystals, though. If you want to step up your game, you need to out dumb women. I saw like crystal rollers.
Yeah, someone told me about that too, but the rock is...
The rock has to be a rock that you put on your face and you lie there.
It's way stupider than crystals.
Jared for 2. Based Thunderbolt Fantasy Enjoyer. Okay, Thunderbolt Fantasy. Never heard of it. Antoids for 5. Vito just switched the panels where the boss is walking away pointing. It shows the movement and improves the punchline.
Oh, he's talking about your comic page. Uh-oh.
If that doesn't work, because why would he walk away and then turn back around? Claptrap for 5. I'm just glad my good friend Richard's having a good time. Vito, please Finish Super B Murderer. Okay.
I think there's going to be a lot.
Let's see if we got more. Let's see if my plan to get more super chats was successful.
Oh, not that many more.
Not
okay,
that
good.
many more. Let's see. Chocolate Noodle for Vibe. The anime was Thunderbolt Fantasy and its puppets and fuck America, I guess. Just Ivan for Vibe. Vito, for fuck's sake, your character could be a grizzled veteran who fought in World War I. Now it's going to make them like, they're like friends from the same block.
Well, you saw Saving Private Ryan, right?
Yeah,
it's very obvious that the new guy is there and that all the Tom Hanks guys have been there for a while. And they don't ever say, like, why that is.
Well, my thing was I wanted one guy to be like, it still kind of works, where he's like a hotshot pilot, and then the other guy's the new guy, and he's like,
that existed.
I wish I was up in the skies like you, Ace. And he goes, well, kid, maybe one of these days you'll get your own flying machine. You can fly around, whatever. Anyway, Pigeon for 20, getting froggy tonight. Pigeon for 10, but for real, are we close to another crying episode? No, and I will be at Hackamania because I talked to the great Patrick Melton, who is my good friend, and he has assured me that I am going to have a great time.
What if I ruin it? What if I'm a fucking sleeper agent?
But if you ruin it, it's fun. That's fun. You're part of the show.
What if one of Carl's fans ruin it?
Well, that would suck, but hopefully, again, there's going to be guys to make
He's
sure.
got murderers in his audience.
This is going to be
literal murderers.
It's not going to be like the last show. It's at a casino. The casino is like a very professional place. They're not going to allow any fucking around. It's not like the shitty dive bar we did the last one at,
It was great. That dive bar was great.
It was a nice dive bar, but it wasn't like, this is like, Hackamania has elevated.
Yeah.
We're going to be in a nice
casino.
thing.
It'll be great.
Frog Tony for 2. Why did Vito call Johnny Rocket a thief? Because he stole all your money. He ran away with it. Johnny Rocket took all the money, and now he's over on Fund My Comic trying to make more.
Double down.
He's trying to double down on his theft.
Yeah.
And I think he should be rewarded by all of you going to Fund My thing and Fund My Comic and getting the Maniac. Spider Tutorial for 2. Vito seems genuinely scared of Riley. No, I just don't want my show to be interrupted.
He said, man up, dude. You missed that part.
Man up, dude. I just don't want someone to interrupt my show. I want to plan
it's
for my
better
show.
when people interrupt.
Not Riley.
See, it's something else.
No, I really don't want to be like, oh, and then maybe like this guy who is going to fuck with the thing. I don't want him to fuck with the thing.
But people fuck with things. You just kind of have to deal with it.
Ah, cool. Maybe he'll get on the stage and beat me with a hammer. I don't fucking know. Matt C. for 5. All of Vito's tweet problems would be solved. He took a beat to think of a response, is ever reacting to it in real time. I thought my fucking tweet. What was my problem with saying you guys don't understand my comic and you're dumb? Because that's true.
You said my comic is not for stupid people or something like that.
Yes, that is very correct.
Yeah,
Super Killer is not a comic for the
But you're all, when you get caught in like a subtweeting, like I'm subtweeting you, they're subtweeting me, and it goes back and forth like 12 times, and both of them are like have like 1 or 2 likes. That's a bad sign of a mental issue.
Frog Tony doesn't understand focal lengths, and that's funny.
Yeah.
Because he's never used a camera.
Yeah.
Okay? When there's a wide shot and you can see a lot more stuff, that's because it's like a wide angle shot.
But you're also telling
it doesn't mean that the distance between people is changing drastically. It means you're getting more fucking of an angle, so the distance between things changes. Go play with a camera for 2 seconds. Play with the fucking zoom lens, and you'll see how that affects things. Oh, let's see. Hackamonia, Hack the Movies 2. My first super was skipped. Frog Tony distracted you.
Oh shit. What did you say, Frog?
Oh, no, he said he's a tour of my L.A. mansion is now available.
There it is.
L.A. vlog and Vito shower curtain door rental available now. Available at the Hack the Movies Patreon. $2 tier.
Wow, there you go.
Hack the Movies.
Hack the Movies.
When do I get to see our review of Judge Dredd? We did a Judge Dredd.
I don't know.
Hopefully soon.
It takes forever.
I know. I think he's like waiting for the anniversary or something. Fast Fat Guy for 2 says, how the fuck could Vito say anything about Eric? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I just said don't fuck up the show.
It's a private business show.
It's a comedy show. It's not going to be funny if he fucks it up and ruins it for everybody. It's not going to be funny. Trust me. What would be funny about it?
Interrupting heckling? That's hilarious.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Well, because then
I can't wait to get heckled.
What are you talking about? It's heckling's hilarious.
Okay.
What do you mean? Because then you get to heckle them. It's a whole thing.
Right.
You know?
I just don't think that it would be that funny. And I think we should do a funny show. Matt C. for 5. Vito ignoring Riley has always been an option. Oh, I've tried.
No, you haven't at all.
Oh, I absolutely
Why are you
have.
in the Clipiverse screen room?
To see the insane fucking things they're saying.
Yeah, to be involved.
Well,
so I can't ignore it because I get notified when they're talking.
Well, when I see what like stupid shit they're inventing about me, it's fun to make. I got to keep tracks of what the new.
I need 2 eye patches.
I need to know what the new narrative is about. Why Vito's a bad guy who has to be stopped at any cost.
No, they don't want to stop you. They want to make you work on your comic.
Right.
Nobody wants to stop you.
Let's see. Fast fat guy for 2. Vito, he might have the scissors. Bent or straight for 2. Remember, Vito can be assaulted at home or the toilet. Fast fat guy for 2. Now this is good radio. Gordon Shumway for 5. Richard went on This Little Piggy, and Vito thinks he's put in half the effort as him to make biggest problem at Hackamania good. I mean, okay, I'll go on the shows. I haven't been invited on the shows. Did you reach out to Melton and say, hey, can I get on? Or did he say he invited you on?
I think I asked Carl.
You said, should I go on Melton's show?
No, I said I'm really hooked on this Imholt on Melton's coverage of Imholt. I'm hooked, and he was talking about what he was talking about. And he goes, "Well, do you want to come on Little Piggy?" And I was like, "Yeah, definitely."
I have not been following the Melton stuff as closely.
Well,
as
you got to follow Melton if you want to, or you got to follow Imholt.
You got to follow
There we go.
Imholt. Joey Two-Tone for 10. Threatening assault is lame, so is needless heckling. I'm sure Dick agrees. Vito shouldn't have reacted this way. All I said was I'm not going to do the show if that's going to happen, and then Melton told me, don't worry, it won't happen. So nothing happened.
Well, you should have just gone straight to Melton then. Go straight to teacher.
I didn't think of that. I thought I would talk to you, and you'd be like, talk to Melton and see whatever. You can always talk to me and be like, oh, don't worry about it.
No, I'm not ferrying messages for any of this shit. I don't care.
Yeah, I know.
Heckle it, but you don't.
No, I do know that you don't care, but I need you to know that I care.
Oh,
No, I need you to know, and you're going to find out every time. Every time I care about something, I'm going to let you know about it.
It's my fault for answering. It is my fault.
It is your fault for answering.
You waited an hour, which I guess is progress.
Waited an hour from what?
It just feels kind of like you're threatening to take your ball and go home when you call off a show, Yeah,
100%.
A lot of people don't like that.
Well, it's my ball, and I'm taking it and going home.
I could easily do Hackamania without you.
Yeah, you could. That's why, if you want to do
That's
it
why
without
the threat
me,
didn't work, I'm saying.
It wasn't a threat. It was me saying, hey, you might have to do Hackamania by yourself.
Now it's might.
Yeah, and then I talked to Melton, and he said, don't worry about it. And I said, okay, cool. As long as I don't have to worry about somebody interrupting the show, then I'm happy to do the show.
They will, though. You do.
Okay. Well, let's put it this way. If the show gets derailed and I don't feel like I'm able to do a good performance, I will get up and leave.
Okay, that's the goal then.
Yeah, go nuts. If your goal is to get me to leave the stage and not do the show and ruin Hackamania for everyone, I'm telling you right now, yes, you can do that. So I'm telling you, if that's your goal, is to get me to leave because I'm not having fun.
Are you going to have a flag, like a kerchief that you throw down as you leave? No,
just get up and leave.
But what if you come back?
And then I will come back.
But then you're interrupting the show.
Yes.
Because you're no longer a performer, so we have to get you kicked out.
So I'll just straight up leave. Right in the middle of it.
Like you'll fly out of, like Muhammad? You're going to jump into space?
I'm putting effort into this show. I'm trying to find clips and whatever else. I'm trying to figure out good problems. I talked to you today about what we should do for the show, and you agreed. And I'm not going to put in that effort just to have it derailed pointlessly. And if it gets derailed pointlessly, and I was given certain assurances that if anything does happen, that we'll make sure the show gets right back on track. But if everything just goes off the rails, I'm not going to stick around and go, okay, let me suffer through this trash. I'm going to go, I came here to do a show.
Bro, who do you think you are?
The talent.
But what level? What caliber of talent?
I'm the talent that people are paying to come see do the show, and I should have certain assurances that I'm going to be able to perform. It's okay if you don't feel the same.
About you?
No, about yourself or whatever
No,
else.
I don't feel that way about you. I don't have any sorts of opinions about myself.
You don't have to. But if I'm doing a performance And it is a comedy performance. Look, I know talking about comedy on any professional level is fucking gay.
Really cringe.
I agree. And that's why I don't want to talk about it on the podcast. And I tried to discuss it in private and say,
ooh,
hey,
that's even worse, though.
No, it's not.
Oh, you guys.
I said, hey, Melton, I really don't want anyone to interrupt the show. What's going on? And he said, here's what we got set up. You're going to be fine. And I said, okay, since I have these assurances, I feel comfortable doing the show again.
Melton's good at, like, glad handing, though. Or, like, placating.
Yeah, well, Melton's I think Melton's also a very professional business type man.
He's professional.
Yes. Let's see. Fast Fat Guy says Vito is the fat white Eric. Yes, I agree. Purple Possum for 10. Stop overreacting, Vito. Riley got what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he cancels the show, yeah. Dick getting rubber banded hard and Vito don't care. See you, whoever shows up at Hackamania.
See you there, Purple Possum.
Dave Davison, if he wants to cancel the show, he can try. Dave Davison.
Well, no, I'm
going to
perform no matter what, so he can't cancel the show.
Sure, so he could get me off the show if he puts in the effort.
I don't think he's have to put in the effort.
He could do the bare minimum.
He could just copy and paste. I'm gonna risk an assault charge over and over, and that would he could probably get somebody. He could probably pay an Indian to do it on his account.
As long as Melton is giving me assurances that I have nothing to worry about, then I will do the show. If at any point if Melton said, "Well, I can't do anything about it," then no, I wouldn't do the show.
He can't do anything about it, though.
Well, I believe that he can.
What's he gonna do?
If Riley wants to try and ruin Hackamania, he can. It's up to him.
Like if he tampers with the plumbing, like Ocean's 11 style, and like gets all the sprinklers to turn on.
Sure,
and then he comes in and steals all the microphone cables.
There's a number of ways that Riley could successfully ruin Hackamania and get me to leave. 100%.
Like if he dresses up as Kim Jong-un.
I don't think that would do it.
And he rents a theater as a suite right next to it. And then he digs a hole in the wall. And he sneaks in and hits you with the mind control dart.
Yeah.
And then makes you say all this crazy stuff.
I just want to do our popular comedy show on stage at Hackamania.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun.
Okay.
And at this point, I'm committed to go. And I see no reason why that would change.
Okay.
Let's see. Dave Davidson for 5. Mandalay Bay said the performers were safe, but that didn't stop Stephen Paddock.
Exactly. Murdered.
Michael Fee for 5. Never mind. It's just Vito letting Riley ruin biggest problem. Absolutely. I am allowing that to happen.
Dick, I apologize for saying you're also letting Riley ruin it. That's okay. It's mostly my fault, I think.
Diamond G for 2. Riley going to buzz off Vito's new hair. There you go. That's C for 5. The court jester getting mad that the king is laughing at him. Come on, mate. You have supporters, but you're too busy reading all the hate.
Yeah, I agree
Joey
with that.
Two-Tone for 2.
100%.
Ban Riley. This is not funny. I agree. But we don't need to ban him. Jen Wan for 5. Vito, you interrupted Dick when he was reading my super chat. You suck. Koo for 2. Synthetic Shinobi for 5. Vito ripping on Mint made me scream laugh. Spider Eternal for 2. Are we sure Vito isn't pregnant? Jared for 10.
Sounds like it.
Vito, I take back everything mean I've ever said to you, and I think you're pretty funny and creative, so please pay attention when I say listen to what Dick is saying. He's still trying to help you. I'm doing the show. I have said I will do the show.
I'm trying to help you, like, emotionally, though.
Okay, emotionally, I would like people to not tell me they're going to ruin my comedy
You got to block them. You have to block these guys.
I would also like for people to...
That's not how it works.
Yeah, I know. Nobody's ever on my side for anything.
No. You cannot want other people to do things. You have no...
No, but I think when I say, hey, it sucks when I'm excited for a show and a guy tells me he's purposefully coming to fuck with it, it would be nice if it said, yeah, that is shitty. But they're not going to say that, and that's fine.
Well, you're a huge asshole. What do you mean? You want sympathy now? You're a jerk to everybody.
But I don't tell people I'm going to come ruin their shit or whatever.
You said that his girlfriend is autistic and you're going to rape her.
Yeah.
That's not fun for people.
That's a term of endearment. Like, I wouldn't rape her if she was, bad looking.
Nah, that's not.
She's a good looking lady, so that's why I would rape her. But I'm not going to out of respect.
Oof.
See, I'm saying in very nice things.
Yeah.
Is it not nice if let's be real, if somebody says, "Hey, I would love to rape your wife," that's saying you have an attractive wife. How's that? That's not even negative when you get down to it. Like if I had a rape fantasy, I would enjoy raping your wife. That's that's in a way that's well, thanks. I get to have consensual sex with her.
That's way, way worse.
Why?
Than anything anyone has said.
That's nice to say.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Super Tiso for 2. Will Vito be gay if I voodoo curse his plushie?
Gayer.
Yes. Coup for 2. Vito needs another trip to the strip club. Cheeseburger 6 for 5. Vito, you're like 3 times the size. Figure it out, you giant woman. I know, but I don't want.
It's about the comedy. You're very professional. You put a lot of work and thinking into your comedy and your jokes. You don't want it interrupted by someone who you see as less than funny than you.
I can't say back to Riley after he says, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and this. I can't say, okay, I'm going to kick your ass.
You could say that.
No, you guys would make a whole fucking bit out of it.
Well, are you going to tweet about it? Or, I mean, you can say it like on a text. Oh, yeah, I'm going to fucking kill you.
I said it in a private conversation. Hey, if you come to my house, I'll call the cops. And you guys had a fucking field day with it.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Right. So I can't say anything. I'm completely at a disadvantage.
Well, why don't you just say something funny?
Anything he wants. I did. I said I would rape the shit out of his retarded
girlfriend.
That's
not funny.
How is that not funny?
Because it's violent. Because I think you mean that. Like, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that means it a little bit.
Yeah, that's why it's not funny.
Like if I was alone in a room and nobody was around and know what was going on,
it's really not funny. It's really not funny.
Well, it's the truth. What do you want?
Not that.
Well,
something
I'm never
funny.
alone with her, so there's no problem.
Oh,
anytime we're hanging out, it's in like a group situation.
That's in her favor.
Yeah,
women
agree.
should make sure if they hear shit like that, they should make sure it's a group situation.
I agree that no woman should be left alone in a small room with me because who knows what.
How are you
gonna
get in a small room?
You're right. It'd be a large room. That's the biggest. Well, once I'm in the small room, then you got nowhere to go because I'm blocking all the doors, all the exits. Let's see. Swag Jackson for 2. A threat from Riley is never a credible threat. Lucian Stern for 5. Hey, don't skip my super chats.
Yeah, thanks, Lucian. Did we hit 1,000? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Let's see.
So you see Yellow Flash threatened to show up at John Malin's house and show him a good time?
I did see that.
You did see that?
He threatened to suck his dick.
Well, he didn't threaten to suck his dick.
Can we watch his trailer in a second?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. Nitro for 5. Hi, Wendell. Lemon Trashy for 2. By the way, I caused all this by chatting normally. Stu K for 2. Vito is the comedy bottom partner. You gonna help me write my Christmas movie? It's a good Christmas movie.
No.
Desert Pirate for 2. We're gonna make songs. You said we could do songs. What happened to that?
Yeah. I do think songs.
Will you listen to the song I sent you? You haven't even listened to it. I sent it to you 6 months ago.
Well, what am I gonna say? Like, oh yeah, okay, it's great.
You can say it's a good idea or it's a bad idea. You can say I don't like this one.
To what end?
I don't know. How else do we write comedy songs? I feel like
you gotta set aside time to do it.
I did. I wrote a thing and I put it in that AI thing. I said, hey, this is pretty funny. I wrote some funny lyrics. What do you think? Okay. Desert Pirate for 2. Dick's biggest problem is Vito. Stu K for 2. Riley's going to show you a good time. I agree. Bender for 5. Riley is a podcast. What butt flu is the gays is what I was going to super chat until Vito started talking about grapes. I hate you, Vito.
The grape shit is really hard to get behind.
I'm just saying,
you should stop saying it.
If he was to assault me, I would hunt his girlfriend down and brutally rape her.
This is going to be worse than the pedophile stuff. I promise you.
Fair enough.
I promise you.
I
promise you.
I feel like that's tit for tat.
Yeah. Have fun with
it.
I totally disagree.
It would be a role play type scenario. Johnny Rocker for 5. Don't let this distract you from supporting the maniac. Balder for 2 says, I'll see you in Boston, Vito. Jared for 5. Vito, how do you not understand that you wanting to rape someone's girlfriend is way over the line? It's so nice to be hard to hear. I said I wouldn't do it. Matt C for 5. Vito, take a minute to look up the Streisand effect. Wrestler Town for 2. Vito acting like he's performing Don Giovanni.
Yeah.
And Spider Eternal for 2. I'm getting Sargon's I wouldn't even grape you vibes. Okay.
And then Riley, Vito.
I wouldn't
get him out of here.
I wouldn't rape Mincy. Of course not.
Oh. What's the game where they smash all the toys? Of a man who tweets about the boys.
I'm just saying in like a hypothetical
What's in the box?
scenario.
You know you want it.
What could happen?
So get on the scale or I smash it to shit. Vito's booty.
And not even like a murder way. I'm not gonna hack off her tits. It would be gentle.
Vito's
booty. It's not gonna be like Ed Gein or some shit. I'm not gonna rip her face off.
What's it gonna be?
I wanna check my weight anyway because your scale's more accurate than mine.
Okay.
Well, let's find
What do you do
out.
on yours? Just hop on, hop off, real quick.
What's that? Yeah.
What do you do? See if I before it peaks.
I hop on, hop off.
La 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 la. Now I got operas stuck in my head. Okay, we got you. We got you clocked.
Got me clocked.
283.2. So you've lost 3 pounds. Great.
All right. Time
Good
to
job.
Get a celebratory pizza.
I think you're gonna like this one.
I don't think that's true.
I think you're gonna like it.
I don't think that's correct. It's already in the shape of a Funko Pop. Oh, it's heavier than a Funko Pop.
I think it came with a letter too.
Was it too much to say I was going to rate mint salad?
Yes, I don't think you should be making that. It's really bad. I think it's gonna follow you.
All right.
It's really bad.
I'm going to take it back. I'm sorry. I thought it was funny.
I know, but
I know, like, you guys, you go, oh, we're going to, break into Vito's car. We're going to throw pig blood. That's
totally
good.
fine.
That's fine.
Dude, I'm just telling you.
And
exactly
me brutally
with the pedo shit,
raping mint salad is bad.
I don't even want to be on camera while you're talking like that.
Well, that's the thing is I don't understand the rules of engagement. You guys, I don't
can't
get
talk
it.
about raping women that you know.
Why?
Because it's a real thing that might happen. Like, we don't know. We don't really know you.
What I might do.
Yeah.
I'm a loose cannon.
Anybody is.
All right.
It's
hold on.
always
That's
there.
Kind of exciting.
We don't know what is in women's heads, and we don't know what's in men's heads. We really don't.
Well, now you're adding a certain danger element to it that's kind of
You
sexy.
should be.
Now I like it more.
What'd you get in there?
I got a Miu Mini. It is a delightful oh, this is like in brand new condition. God damn.
There you go. This guy, Dick, please find enclosed 3 like-new items. A Neo Mini with kit.
Wow.
I think we smashed that. A compatible wireless controller by 3-bit Do with micro switch thumbstick.
We did destroy
also
that
smashed
as well,
that.
yes.
And an upgraded Miu Mini Plus with matching
Nice.
accessories. I'm leaving them in your custody because of your new tactic to incentivize Vito's progress in losing weight.
New
Perhaps
tactics. This has been sitting around for like
this was one of the
months.
first things I got. Perhaps they could be gift wrapped for presentation as mystery prizes. I will completely understand if you feel the need to burn them before Vito's eyes. Any number of the above-mentioned items may warrant your own consideration, however, and a separate note has been included, which explains the various operations and improvements to item 3. Oh, you got the good one! Oh!
Yeah, the good one's obviously this thing.
Oh, wow. Since there's no digital record directly connecting this letter to anybody. Uh-oh, I better not read this part.
This is a nice little game console here. You can load it up with all your favorite emulators. This is nice.
Oh, yeah.
These
I like
are
this
sexy.
idea. Okay, I like that idea. Let me get back to that. And he's got some
All right,
stickers.
so rapes too. Can we make a list?
You're in that spot where you think you're going to make it funny, but you're not.
I just need to. Okay, rapes too much. I got it.
Yeah.
Is that like the worst one?
It's worse than your pedophile stuff, yeah.
That's worse than the pedophile stuff?
Yeah, because people don't really believe the pedophile stuff, and they do.
Think I would rape mint salad.
It's possible.
Okay.
It's more possible than the pedo stuff.
I'd rape
which is still
other
possible.
girls before her. She's not like gonna be at the top of the list.
This is really gonna hurt
I'm
you.
just like if I was gonna rape anybody, why mint salad? Come on.
It might
It's
get us
ridiculous.
demonetized.
No.
Upgraded ROM set, upgraded OS. Oh wow! Here, you should have this. It
Man,
says everything
I have
that's
a
upgraded.
rape list. You're not even in the top.
I don't think she's in any mood
25.
to hear anything from you, probably ever again. And
Not even in the top.
if I
50.
were a betting man, I would bet that Riley's cruelty will be visited upon you tenfold after that shit.
But it doesn't matter because you said just block him.
You won't though.
I
I know you
will.
won't. I
I
know you
will.
won't. I
I'm
know
just
you
gonna
won't get
block
out of that
him.
room. I know you won't block him. You'll do something, but it won't be blocking.
I'm just gonna ignore it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're clearly willpower is your specialty.
I don't get it. He said he's gonna do stuff to me, and then I said I'll do stuff to his girlfriend. What do you like? What's the fucking rule?
Classic Italian.
This is what I don't get. Why does everybody get to say whatever they want? I can't say nothing.
You're the victim.
I'm the
I know.
victim.
All right, there you go. Thanks everybody. What did we get here? What did we walk away with?
It's all a goof, right? Isn't that the whole point of everything? Oh, nothing's gonna happen. Vito just says stuff.
There's well, you know, comedy is very tricky.
It is very tricky.
I know you want to talk about it. Where do you see the amount of money? Oh, there it is.
I will-
6:30. Yeah, we didn't get
I will
it.
rape a
didn't
different
get it.
woman entirely.
It might take down the channel. I'm being 100% honest with you.
You really can't joke about that?
You know that. Either
No, I really don't know that.
then your brain's on the fritz.
Oh, I'm completely. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're thinking everyone's laughing? We're not.
Well, it tickles me.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what all this is about. I know. I'm not going to the show because of me. Because of my emotions. I don't give a fuck how it impacts anybody.
Scenario where it's like, you got to fire back. And then I'm like, okay, here's me firing back.
I come back and says, I'm definitely coming on Vito's property now.
There you go. Made for AI. Vito's the only person who could grape a glory hole on the John Vito. Okay, well, there's a lot of...
The Sargon joke is so cringe, Lemon Saki says.
Well, that was Sargon's joke.
Pokemon guy, Vito, the way you talk, like you can say whatever you want, but no one else can, screams immaturity. I agree.
Wasn't saying
I 100% agree
until
with
you
that.
guys in the chat said, Vito, you got to fire back more often, and then I tried, and now everybody's telling me I shouldn't fire back. So I don't know what you guys want.
On the John for 5, Vito raping mint salad is the perfect Riley checkmate. The Niggler agrees with you. Made for AI, Vito's the only person who could rape a glory hole. I don't get
about that.
I'm coming on your property.
When's the next
comic book Super Raper coming out?
Well,
there you go. See, non-specific.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you for enjoying my comedy show where we fire back tit for tat, a little here, a little there. What can you do? You know.
What do you think Riley's going to do with the show?
Oh, now he's definitely going to go nuclear. So.
Oh yeah. He'll probably go in disguise too.
Well, I guess I shouldn't have taken everyone's advice to fire back.
All we know is you have no agency and none of this is your fault. That's what we
very
can.
correct.
That's what we know for sure.
I'm just trying to bring some laughter to the people. That's all I care about. Just some good old fashioned laughs.
I think you've paid your dues. It's your your terms.
I'm just trying to have
your way or the highway.
Just trying to bring some classic jokes to a classic world. Goodbye, take care, and God bless the United States of America.
You didn't put your other stream on.
Oh, I'm not. I got it.
You're not doing that
tonight?
I'm
going to bed.
You going to bed?
Do you want to watch Yellow Flash?
Do I what?
Yellow Flash. I'm going.
Okay.
You got 2 seconds?
All right.
I feel like everybody wants to see it.
I said 3 hours is too fucking long. And
I didn't expect to have a stupid fucking conversation about nothing.
Where is it? You
go to the Ripasend page.
MS13 guy. Either this.
How much money? He was at 35 when we checked in. Did he hit 50 because it's during the FNT hour? He should be at 50 now.
Probably.
What the fuck? Oh, he's fucked.
Flash, buddy.
Right now is like the prime podcast hour. He should be at 50.
Maybe your wife could take it down to the station and get her cop friends to muscle some people into buying a.
He's got to get to 50 before the end of the day. He's only got 3 hours.
He's done. This whole YouTuber comic shit is over.
I agree, and I helped kill it.
All right, ready?
Yes, let's see it. I'm excited.
The year is 1945. World War II rages from the halls of Buckingham Palace to the shores of the Nile River. Even now, the clash between freedom and tyranny is about to boil over. Somewhere in North Africa,
it's a plane!
2 American flyboys are soaring.
Dude, this is like halfway over and the Golden Patriot is not there. Right? First scene is, I'm the fucking Golden Patriot. Boom! Fuck you! Boom! Fuck Nazis! Boom! Not like this is like a mini version of the first act. Sucks.
He's Ken Burnsing it. It's like, and in the midst of that great war, there were 2 men. It's like, dude, just go like, he's the mighty Golden Patriot. He goes, ba-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na. This is not power. Here's the thing. What the fuck were you trying to make? If you just wanted to make a World War II story, why the fuck does a Power Ranger have to show up?
Yeah.
Like, this is just The Rocketeer, but bad.
Yeah, it is. The Rocketeer was good,
The Rocketeer was good because it was all... Well, first of all, the guys who made The Rocketeer understood, like, Art Deco and all this other interesting fucking 40s and 50s shit, and, like, gave it a
story's
unique...
perfect.
Yeah, gave it a very cool and unique story. And this is literally like, well, why is he a Power Ranger? Does it have something to do with, like, Japan or, like... No. Well, why is he a Power Ranger?
Yeah.
Because I like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
That's retarded.
Power Rangers are Egyptian?
Yeah.
No, they're Japanese. But it's World War II. They fought in Japan. Yeah, but this is in Egypt.
God, it's still fucking baffling to me that you do a World War II story about Power Rangers and you go, so they're clearly fighting in Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're over the Pacific or something. No, it's in the fucking desert campaign of Africa or whatever.
Okay.
High on a reconnaissance mission, searching for clues to a peculiar new obsession with the occult gripping the Nazi high command.
Why is it so... Dude, why can't you just draw the fucking
because they didn't do anything to make this.
Yeah, but...
This is why he's not paying that guy, because the art's, like, unfinished. Looks like shit.
I know. It's like an abstract, like, mock-up.
Oh, there he is. Okay. That doesn't look anything like him. That's fan art.
And they got that lady with that camel lip.
Well, what does he do? What does the Patriot do?
Well,
he has unique covers. Oh, this is so bad.
These guys have a real problem with just telling people anything about the comic book. I think because they just like don't know how to tell a story.
Yeah.
So they don't even know. Anytime anyone asks Flash, like, what's your comic about? He goes, oh, you know, it's
Power
like,
Rangers.
It's like Power Rangers.
I love Power Rangers.
And like Nazis. And you're like, yeah, but why? In what way?
I can't wait till that literature devil guy starts trying to defend whatever dog shit story this is in.
Well, he like wrote it or something. He like rewrote it.
He's paid to argue on the internet with me. That's what literature devil Flash paid him to edit this shit, which means, okay, now you have to put your name on it. So if these guys say the story sucks, then you go argue with them.
Right. Now it's literature devil's fault.
Nah. Well,
this is fascinating.
That's fine.
And I gotta say, look at this. A book of short stories, posters. Where are the plushies? Where are the yo-yos? This is a disaster, I gotta say, on multiple levels.
Okay, that's enough. The show's over.